presents the 5th week of the USFL. Today, the Tampa Bay Bandits and the New Jersey Generals. It is a cool day at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. There's some rain forecast for the afternoon, perhaps turning to snow as evening wears on. The last blush, I guess, of winter for this part of the country. The Tampa Bay Bandits come into the ball game 3-1, tied for the lead in the Eastern Conference. New Jersey Generals are 2-2. And today's game, matching these two teams in the USFL, an exclusive presentation of ABC Sports, brought to you by Dodge, maker of Ram Tough Dodge trucks. At Dodge, we don't just talk tough, we prove it. By Budweiser, the king of beers, reach for that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says, Budweiser, for all you do, this Bud's for you. By Peerless Faucet, installs in no time, lasts a long time. And by the Gates Rubber Company, for over 60 years, the world leader in automotive belts and hoses. Let's take a look at the Eastern Conference standings now, because there are some games today that may very well shake up that group. Tampa Bay here in New Jersey tied with Birmingham and Memphis. Birmingham on the road at Baltimore against the Tough Stars. And Memphis at home against a tough team out of the Western Conference, the Oakland Inverters. So we'll probably have some kind of a change in the Eastern Conference hierarchy by the time the day is done. Hello again, everybody. I'm Keith Jackson, along with our analyst, Lynn Swan. And Swanee, John Reeves has always had a big game. Twice now, the Bandits have kicked the Generals sideways, primarily on John Reeves' passing. He runs about 64%.
Well, that's because John Reeves and his style of football is perfect to attack the New Jersey Generals defense. Now, the defense of the New Jersey Generals never does anything spectacular, anything off the wall or crazy. They play simple, conservative defenses, and John doesn't like to go for the big plays. They hope a quarterback tries to throw the big bomb or come up with all the trick plays so they can take the ball away from him. John would love to dump it off to his running back, Gary Anderson, for a 5-yard pass, then let Gary Anderson do the rest.
Well, Anderson, like Herschel Walker now, will have to assume a major role in his team's offense today, I would think.
Well, he has been doing a fantastic job this year. He came in at the beginning of the season much more relaxed and calm about what he's doing with the Tampa Bay Bandits. He's a person that loves to do it all. He's a great receiver. He's excellent and very difficult to tackle in the open field. Now, Herschel, offensive attack is built around Herschel. In order for the New Jersey Generals to play well, he has to establish a solid ground game, then let Doug Flutie run around and try and work his magic.
Speaking of Flutie now, the two old-timers of the Tampa Bay secondary, Doug Bedoin and Zach Henderson, are out with injuries. Does this mean Flutie's got a little more opportunity?
Well, this could be one of the great con games of all time. Doug Flutie dropping back to pass, thinking with those injuries, it's going to be a wide-open secondary. But in the trade, they acquired Marcus Quinn, who led the USFL in interceptions last year. Can you imagine? Doug's running around thinking he's got an open man. Marcus Quinn all over the field, another Bandit stealing passes.
One of the more innovative coaches of my lifetime is the man who runs the show for the Tampa Bay Bandits. His name is Steve Spurrier, and here he is now with our Tim Brandt.
Steve, the obvious question right off the bat, because you are innovative, certainly not conservative, tell us about your offensive scheme, what we can expect as candidly as you can in the first half.
We're going to try to run it and throw it a little bit, Tim, and hopefully we can do both of them well, but we're going to try to mix it up and give them a few maybe a little different formations here and there, but nothing all that different.
Last time we were with you, onside kick to start things off. You're getting the ball first here. Can we expect some no-huddle offense?
Oh, maybe a little bit here and there. That's, yeah, a few plays here and there. No huddle.
Steve, a lot of people don't remember that Gary Anderson was the #1 pick here of the New Jersey Generals. When Herschel became available, Gary came to you. Any extra incentive for him?
Yeah, I think Gary gets real excited, especially when he plays against Herschel. He wants to be recognized as possibly the best back in this league, so he'll be ready to go.
Okay, good luck today.
All right, thank you.
We were talking also, Keith, about keeping Flutie in the pocket. They saw Baltimore do it last week. Their key defensively is containment.
All right, Tim, thank you very much. And we're ready to go with the ball game. The Generals, of course, wearing the home red uniforms. Tampa Bay, the Travelers, in the white. Roger Ruzek will kick it off for New Jersey as Tampa Bay gets the first possession with Ricky Williams and Bobby Futrell, the deep people for the Tampa Bay Bandits. And the game is on. It goes to Ricky Williams, a flyer at the 1-yard line. Evaded two people Down around the 10 and turns in a big return all the way out beyond the 32-yard line. So the Bandits will start with good field position as John Reeves comes out, veteran at quarterback. Lining up behind him will be Gary Anderson and Greg Boone. Along the front, it'll be Spencer Jackson at one wide spot. Eric Trevelyan, sore leg, though. He may not play a lot today. If not, then Larry Brodsky will be in there. It is Spike, Pitcock, Foote, Newton, Smith, and Harvey, the tight end. And watch out for the tight ends today for Tampa Bay. They line up, show blitz, don't commit it, give it to Anderson, goes to the 39, close to the 40. And he picked up close to 8 yards on the carry before Kerry Justin and Bobby Leopold brought him down. James Lockett, Tom Woodland, and Jim Byrne are the three big people down for New Jersey's defense. Weddington, Leclerc, Joyce, and Leopold at the backers. And in the secondary, it's Justin, Johnson, Preston, and Johnson. Now here's one of those trick plays. Yep. Got them spread all over the field. New Jersey reacting to it, and now John Joyce steps up but then drops off. They wing it over to the left side to Trevelyan, trying to set up a screen play for Eric. And Eric gets the first down as he moves the football out to about the 43. That's kind of a dangerous play early in the ball game to ask a man with a very sore leg to do. He didn't practice much this week, but he got away with it that time.
But that's in keeping with the Steve Spurrier style and what he calls bandit football. When we covered this team playing Houston earlier in the season, after scoring their first touchdown, they came out with an onside kick. They will always play that kind of football, wide open, taking their chances early in the ball game.
Trevelyan now is out of the ball game, dragging the leg just a little bit. First down for Tampa Bay out at their own 43, and Reeves back to throw. Gets it off down the middle. Got a man over there, cleared, making the catch, Spencer Jackson. Out of Florida, he's a 6-footer, but he can really burn you with his speed. He got loose in the middle, cut it to the sidelines, and Reeves was right on him.
Well, Spencer Jackson taking advantage of his speed in the zone defense. He had another receiver clearing out that zone. He comes across into a seam, a crease created by the depth of a short receiver and the depth of a long receiver, spreading out the secondary.
Another example of a smaller man playing at a wide receiver spot. Now you're seeing more and more and more of that. We'll talk about it as the day wears on. First down, the ball on the New Jersey side near the Generals 32. As the ball goes to Anderson, loses his footing. We had a little light rain about an hour ago, but right now there is no rain and the sky is quite bright. It is cool and should be a very comfortable day. A loss on the play, back outside the 34.
Keith, if the New Jersey Generals are going to have great success, they're really going to have to take some chances and put pressure on John Reeves, force the timing of the play to change. They're going to have to get more people on that line of scrimmage and possibly play a tighter coverage. If they're playing more man-to-man, they could be susceptible to the big play early in this ballgame.
Larry Brodsky is now in, and Gary Anderson's come out for a moment. Reeves to throw, goes the sideline route. Number 82 reaches up. The ball's right there. Completion. But I don't think Larry got to the marker. He's about 1.5 yards short of it.
1983, the first year of the USFL, Larry Brodsky was a receiver with the Generals, and he has the excellent skill in this kind of weather, where the footing could be slippery. He is a possession receiver. He has good footwork, runs very disciplined routes, so he can become a key figure in this ballgame.
Let's call it third down and about 2 now, as Anderson is back into the backfield, lined up behind Greg Boone. And Boone, in this particular instance, has been seen many times to carry the ball effectively. He's a hard hitter, and now you got a timeout call by Tampa Bay. So John Reeves, looking around, either didn't like the personnel he had in the game or he wanted to check something with Steve Spurrier. So while they talk, we'll take this timeout.
She was the prettiest girl that I'd ever seen, the blue jean American beauty dream. I was trying to come up with a line that might turn her head. Well, that's when she turned to me and she said, "You like trucks?" "I do. I like to ride up high with a view." "Well, there's a 4-lane and the 2-lane too, but trucks go where the roads don't go to. I like trucks. How about you?" I said, "Do I like trucks? Does a rainy day like ducks? I like riding high in luxury, and trucks go where I want to be. And when I find that dream that I'm dreaming, well, the truck's got space to bring it home in. Now that lady and I are riding high, we'll be in love forever. And of all the ways for love to go, it was a Dodge brought us together." again.
Doug Flutie warming up on the sidelines, anticipating entry into the ball game in a few minutes. It's a cold enough day that you want to warm up before you come trotting out there. It is right now Tampa Bay's ball at the 24-yard line of New Jersey. Third down and about 2. Opening possession of the game. He gives it to Gary Anderson, and Anderson, knifing over the left side, appears to have the first down. Didn't need a whole lot, but it was a short 2 yards, and his forward progress looked like it was sufficient to do the job. I tell you this, if they'd given that ball to Boone and come over the right side, it'd see you later.
Well, they had a man going in motion, trying to get a pre-read on the defense. The defensive line looked as if it was slanting to their right.
Yep.
In the direction where the ball was running. It was a good defensive call by the New Jersey Generals, but it may not have been enough. It looks like they still have the first
Half
down.
a ball. So they've got the first down at the New Jersey 22-yard line. Steve Spurrier, University of Florida's only Heisman Trophy winner. The man out there pulling the trigger for Steve's ball club is John Reeves, who was also a quarterback at the University of Florida.
I think it was Reeves to Alvarez was the combination.
That's right. New Jersey bouncing their defense around. Reeves taking a long time, may have checked it, gives it to Boone. Boone across the 20, down to about the 19. And you know what? We've already got some tempers popping out there as some of the big linemen have collided with linebackers. And the boys in the trenches are showing some early temper.
Well, that was Chuck Pitcock, who was still doing a little blocking down the field on Tom Woodland. And, of course, the defensive line for the New Jersey Generals still reeling on the heels a little bit from the game they played last week with the Baltimore Stars, who really took it to them.
It is second down and 7. Anderson is out now. Boone, the lone remaining back. 4 wide receivers. Reeves' pass is in the corner and incomplete. The pass was intended for Spencer Jackson. Over there covering on the play was Donnell Daniel. Now, Jerry Holmes, who has been missing this season because of a fracture in his leg, is available for duty today, so I think we'll see Jerry Holmes playing some. He had 4 years for the Jets.
We'll see right there. Jackson tripped a little bit trying to slow up for the ball. Thought they should have got some pass interference called, but right there is Jerry Holmes, number 37. I saw him practicing on Thursday, Keith. He looked like he could come in the ball game and play very well.
It is third down and 7 now as John Reeves drops to throw. Down the middle with it. Incomplete. The pass intended for his tight end, Marvin Harvey, and the pass was off the mark. Now, I don't know whether the ball was flipped at the line of scrimmage by somebody or what, but it seemed to sail behind the receiver.
It sailed behind him. Number 52, Mike Weddington, had him on an underneath coverage, playing him very tightly. It looks as if the receiver, the running back was, the tight end was open, but the coverage is designed right there for the linebacker to be underneath. He's watching the receiver, was in the right position. The ball hits him in the back.
Steve Spurrier just threw a towel away in disgust because they had 6 points. If he puts the ball in front of Harvey, it's 6. In for the 36-yard field goal try now is Zenon Androsian, who's 4 out of 4 this year. And this one hits the upright and kicks out of there no good. He didn't get much on that one. It was a sort of a feeble effort by Zenon. And it hit about 10 feet up on the upright and kicked out of there. What is it about this stadium? How many times have we seen the uprights hit here?
Quite a few times. And he was booming them through almost from midfield doing warm-up. Right here, it looks like the ball is caught up in the heavy air. Just floats very slowly, hits the uprights, and instead of Tampa Bay getting a lead, it's still 0-0.
So Zenon Androsian misses his first field goal try of the year, and the Bandits come away empty.
Here's to you, America, my best I give. same personal commitment to quality that has kept our family of beers the finest in the world for over 100 years.
Made in America, that means a lot to me. Oh, I believe in America and American quality. Here's to you, America, my best I give to you.
The New Jersey Generals now will come to their first offensive snap of the ball game with Flutie at quarterback, Walker and Carthen lined up behind him, Danny Knight and Clarence Collins are wide people, tied in as Sam Bowers, Mackey, Stroth, Hull, Harris, Maggs. The big people up front, and here we go. From the 20, first down. 238. Fumble. Flutie picks it up and loses about 2 yards as number 58, Alonzo Johnson, outside linebacker, jumps on him. And Flutie, over the last 2 games, has hit only 31% of his passes. So in the ball game last week, the Baltimore Stars jumped all over him and just kept him contained virtually the entire day. Ball a little bit wet after the light rain, and he just simply didn't come away with it. So it's second down, 12. Walker. Herschel looking for the outside. Gets up across the 25 to about the 26. Again, to point out that while Herschel Walker appears tentative, it is more in his manner of doing things to perhaps rightfully call it searching, because he's looking for the crack. And it didn't look like he was moving a whole lot that time, but he still wound up with 7, almost 8 yards on the carry. Mike Butler, Nordgren, and Mike Clark are the big people down in the 3-4, with Harold, Kirchbaum, Richardson, Johnson, the backers. And I'll give you the secondary in a moment. As it's third down now and a 4. Long 4. Flutie gives it inside to Herschel Walker, and Walker breaks it for the first down. Running up the middle to about the 37-yard line. The defensive secondary for the Tampa Bay Bandits. The corners are Bruce Vaughn and Warren Hanna. Wayne Henderson is the strong safety, and the free safety is Marcus Quinn. Now, the strong safety normally will match up against the tight end. The tight ends for the New Jersey Generals are big people. Sam Bowers, 255, and Jeff Speck, 240, and they're both up around 6'3", 6'4". This is Herschel Walker on a sweep right. Well, he broke one for 80 yards last week. He went over 150 last week, and he's starting out today like he's going to have another big one.
I talked with Walt Michaels about the way Herschel is running this year, coming off shoulder operation from last year. And he said that Herschel always thinks he can, if things are crowded, he can bounce to the outside and make it a big run. And Walt said he's finally getting it across to Herschel, but even if it's not there, if you put your head down, go in with power, you're still going to get 4 or 5 yards, and that's a good run. When he broke one just a few minutes ago up the middle, that was the kind of run that Walt wants to see him do all the time.
Well, his 3 carries, Swanee, have been 8 yards, 11 yards, and 14. And the ball is over on the Tampa Bay side of the field at the Bandit 49-yard line.
More importantly, they're controlling this ball, too.
8 minutes to go, first quarter, no score. Walker again. And he gets 3 yards. Mike Butler, who came from the Green Bay Packers after 6 years with the Pack, the defensive left end brought him down. That's one of the things, one of the ingredients missing as much as anything, I think, in the birth of the new league was a pass rush.
The pass rush, a dominant defensive player. A few players came in like Reggie White. Pete Kugler came in from the San Francisco 49ers to help some of the teams. Other teams are people who are just now developing and getting stronger as the season progresses.
The Generals are double wide to the left now on second down and 7. Well, they're working Herschel hard in the first quarter, and he's responding. This time he takes it over the right guard position. running hard in behind Harris and Maggs. Harrell and Nordgren bring him down, but it's another New Jersey first down, or very close to it.
Well, they're giving him the ball a lot, and earlier this week, Herschel expressed some concern about not having had the ball given to him in ball games previously. He feels like if he runs, gets more chances to run with the ball, he'll play a better football game, get more into the ball game.
They were about a foot short of the first down. So on 3rd and short, it's Carthen. And Carthen is walloped right at the line of scrimmage, but then his leg drive carries him off the stack, and he picks up the first down. That's just pure power.
And that's why they have him there. Last year, over 1,000 yards. This team is going to miss him greatly. You see there's nothing at all for him to run through, so he runs over people.
And he picks up a first down at the Tampa Bay 38-yard line. New Jersey's run 7 plays, all of them on the ground so far. Fluty's going to throw on first down. Wings it out to Walker. Herschel's got a first down, and he is knocked out of bounds around the 26-yard line by Dwayne Anderson. You put Walker out into a one-on-one, 5 or 6 or 8 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and your heart stops if you're the defensive people.
Well, the most important thing, obviously, is to work this first drive down, get on the scoreboard first, something the New Jersey Journals have failed to do against the Tampa Bay Bandits. The last 2 regular season meetings have been beaten badly by the Bandits, always having to play catch-up football.
From the 26 on the first down play, Carthen, and he's down at the 25. Give him a yard on the carry. Well, it looks like that projected snow may miss. At least the sky's quite bright now. Well, much more comfortable than it was last Sunday with that wind and boulder.
I wish you hadn't said that.
What's that?
You might have jinxed the whole day.
You're probably right.
The second half, this football team could go off for the first half and come back and find this field covered in snow.
Don Maggs off the field with a leg problem. And Lapham replaces him. And it's 2nd down and 9 as Flutie gives it to Herschel Walker. And Walker is hit at the 25. Surge carries him to the 24. Now they're going to be looking at 3rd down and about 8.
Well, this is the first obvious passing down for the New Jersey Journals this afternoon. It'll be interesting to see just what play they call, because so far in this first drive, they've gone back to the old Walt Michaels style of offense, very conservative, run-oriented, only throwing 1 pass. Be interesting to see if he drops straight back and throws, or if he rolls out and throws.
Well, Jeff Speck has come in replacing Sam Bowers and brought the play. They go double wide to the top of the picture with Knight and Collins, and Flutie rolls it that way. Gets it off, and good to Knight. Inside the 10. Thrown out of bounds down around the 7. It'll be 1st and goal as Danny Knight outran Bruce Vaughn on the sideline route.
Doug Flutie, we said it earlier that in this year that he throws much better rolling out. He rolls out, and it's very unusual for him to throw it to Danny Knight on the 3rd down pass. His 3rd down receivers tend to be Clarence Collins or his tight end Sam Bowers. Danny Knight, clearly the fastest receiver on this football team.
The ball is just short of the 7. 1st and goal for the Generals. It's Walker. Slants it over the left side and down to the 1. Almost popped it in there. It was Alonzo Johnson. He was able to lock his legs and keep him out of the end zone.
Herschel Walker just using his leg power, not looking for an outside place to run, just taking the hole right there, driving straight ahead, almost dragged Alonzo into that end zone.
So it is 2nd and goal. Steve Spurrier frustrated because he thought his team should have scored in their first possession. Now New Jersey trying to take it 80 yards, and they've done it as Carthen dives in. So a very orderly, disciplined possession, 80 yards and a touchdown. 13 plays, and Ruzek is in for the extra point try. He'll kick it out of Partridge Hole. Mitchell will snap. Gets it up and gets it through. Tampa Bay ganging up and looping from the right side, trying to block it. Just missed it. Number 20, Warren Hanna's the man who gets close to it. Here's a look at the touchdown as Carthon slides off the stack and falls across the goal line.
Chief, this is the kind of opening drive every coach loves, because this drive was executed to perfection and stayed well within their game plan. They didn't have to deviate. They didn't have to do anything difficult. They get the first touchdown. They're going to go up top 7-0 in the first quarter.
Come on, America. Save on Firestone 721 radios and more during the Driver's Choice Sale.
America's driving to Firestone.
Save 10 to 25% on steel-belted radios featuring our famous bestseller, the 721. Choose Firestone radios for light trucks. Even save on our popular S211 for imports. Or get MasterCare 8-point brake service, now just $59.95 from America's leading tire and service retailer. Choose Firestone today.
Firestone.
Flight operations, Hawaiian Islands.
155 to go, Bird. And the green stripe runner. Bring up 155 on number 2 elevator. Cloud top to 28,000 feet. Alpha Hotel, your wind is down the deck at 28,000. Launch aircraft.
Most jobs promise you the world. The Navy delivers. See your recruiter or call this number. Navy, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Nathan's a Jersey boy headed for the promised land.
Welcome to California.
A land of warm sun and beautiful.
All right, you have your assignment. Watch AM Philadelphia weekdays at 10 and get a full report. If you have any problems, see me, TJ Hooker, every Saturday night. That'll be all.
That seemingly televise all the local home games. Still a fair crowd on hand with the threatening weather today here at Giant Stadium at the Meadowlands in New Jersey. And the Generals out on top by a score of 7-0 with 3:16 to play in the first quarter, and Ruzek kicks off. This is Ricky Williams. Drops it at the 1. Now he's got a problem. Down around the 12. Daniel, the hot man, coming down the field to bring him down. So Tampa Bay will start in the hole. First down at their own 12.
Don't lose your cool. Put your throat on nice.
Ice for a sore throat?
Nice. Showers minor sore throat pain and cough with medicine for temporary relief. Absorbs heat and cools your throat.
Feels slickery.
Put your throat on nice.
You're wasting toothpaste. I want all this protection. You want triple protection Aquafresh.
Cavity-fighting fluoride, breath-freshening gel, gentle, effective cleaners in one complete toothpaste.
Mothers prefer it.
Triple protection Aquafresh, a complete toothpaste.
What's America's favorite do-it-yourself faucet? Peerless. It goes in fast. It's built to last.
It's even warranted. It lasts a long, long time.
No tools to use. You just can't lose.
And look, it doesn't drip. It lasts a long, long time.
Peerless washerless faucet installs in no time.
It lasts a long time.
It lasts a long, long time. Peerless installs in no time. Lasts a long time.
The Professional Bowlers Tour, rolling along with the game's big guns. See the best make their mark in a $130,000 shootout. Saturday at 3 Eastern and Pacific, 2 Central on ABC Sports.
The Oakland Invaders out of the West have gone ahead of the Memphis Showboats 7-0. Bobby Hebert and company. And Tim Mazzetti has kicked the field goal to put Portland out early over Houston 3-0. John Reeves now comes up at quarterback. He's 3 out of 5. He hit his first 3 passes and then missed the last 2. And the last miss cost him a touchdown. From the 12, handoff is to Greg Boone, and Booney's up to about the 14. Herschel Walker now with our Tim Brent.
Herschel, you seemed to get a going last week in College Park. Was the game plan to go to you more early?
Well, not really. I think our game plan really try to move the ball. We've been having a lot of trouble early in the season moving the ball, and I think that's something we're working on now, is to come out and show people, try to earn that respect. I think a lot of defense haven't been respecting us like they should.
All right. Thanks, Herschel.
Herschel, I don't know what in the world you got to do to get respect. I think you scare people to death myself when he's got the ball. Here's Reeves looking and finally finds his tight end, Harvey, and up to the 20-yard line with it. Leaves him 2 yards or so short of his first down. So they'll be looking now at 3rd and short And he had all day. The quarterbacks have only been sacked this year, Tampa Bay's quarterbacks, 4 times. So the offensive line guys have been doing their job.
Also, offensive line doing a good job, and also it's the philosophy of throwing the football, Keith. They'll throw the short pass very, very quickly and most of the time, not looking, as I said earlier, for the big plays downfield.
3rd down, 2.5.
He's checking off.
Tight end moves.
But the tight end can move. The
tight end can move.
The tight end is allowed to move. The tight end is allowed to move. There was no contact made. He can reset himself.
Contact was made by the defense, so it's going to cost New Jersey 5.
Encroachment on the defense. 52.
They check it again. John Reeves is checking off, calling an audible at the line of scrimmage. His tight end, number 87, Marvin Harvey, moves, which he is allowed to do. You've seen him shift, move around in formation all the time. Then James Lockett, number 96, stood up, reached over and tapped him to try and call, to force the play to be dead and get the penalty, but that was the mistake.
So the first down goes out to the 25 after the penalty. Gary Anderson bottled up after a couple of yards. The referee today is Wesley Ward. The umpires Ed Manning, head linesman Jack Pitkus, line judge Lawrence Hill, back judge Richard Eichhorst, side judge is Ted Colano, and the field judge Grover Klimmer. Well, we had a big reversal. The instant replay the other night. Well, Frank Cush challenged and won. And it turned out to be a big play last night in his win over Los Angeles. And we also have a report on Steve Young for you with some highlights at halftime. 2nd down and 8 now for Tampa Bay. Gary Anderson splits the 2 defenders and gets it out to about the 26. Bobby Leopold and John Joyce were both over there. Mike Weddington and John Joyce are wearing the old high-top black shoes today. I'm not so sure that's not a good thing. You know, for one thing, it gives you more support. That's obvious. But sometimes it's more comfortable to have the high top rather than all that tape around you.
Well, I think all the playing on the AstroTurf, high tops will give those ankles a bit more support because the pounding does weaken the joints. Ankles, knees, hips.
It's 3rd, about 4.5. Reeves fakes the draw, goes down the middle with it. Jackson is there, and Spencer makes the catch at the 48-yard line for a first down. And John Reeves took a pounding. There were 2 generals that clobbered him as he released the ball. And we've come to the end of the first quarter of play, with the New Jersey Generals out to a 7-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Bandits. The Bandits almost had one in their first possession, then missed the field goal, and now they're moving it again.
Hey, to everyone who tackles the changes and challenges of that new promotion, this bud's for you.
This bud's for you. There's no one else who does it quite the way you do. Hey, so here's the Stop the line!
Wait, I gotta go. Bye. Can't get this thing over here. No problem, right?
Just for you, that distinctively clean, crisp taste that says Budweiser.
For all you do, it's for you.
You've a very important date, and you're really looking great, Ben.
That tingle, a cold sore is coming on.
Your resume is fine, but the interview's on the line, 'cause
I feel a cold sore coming on.
Quick, use Campho-Phenique Gel. Helps stop cold sores from stopping you. Clear Campho-Phenique Gel acts on developing cold sores and fever blisters to instantly stop pain.
when you have to be your best, but that tingle just won't rest.
Campho-Phenique Gel helps stop cold sores from stopping you.
If you think you might need some new hand tools, think about this.
Every single one of Sears' 1,250 Craftsman hand tools is built so incredibly tough. We guarantee them forever. And we mean forever.
There's more for your life at Sears.
In the matchup of the featured running backs, Herschel Walker with the big edge after 1 quarter of play, and his team leading by a score of 7-0. And a change in the offensive unit now as Steve Carter goes in for Spencer Jackson. Reeves, 6 completions to 5 different receivers so far. And on first down, Reeves back to throw. Again, very good protection. Goes down the middle to Brodsky. And Brodsky is hit and knocked down at the 37-yard line of New Jersey. Another Tampa Bay first down.
Number 27, Gregory Johnson, the man who brought him down. Larry Brodsky running a very good pattern across the middle against zone coverage. The linebackers were not dropping back as deep and as fast as they usually drop. He was able to get in between. John Reeves, reading the coverage, just found the open slot through a very easy pass into Brodsky.
Reeves passes away down the middle to Harvey, the tight end, and Harvey is inside the 15 down to about the 12-yard line. So once again, we suggest to you that the tight end is going to be available quite a bit today for the Tampa Bay Bandits.
When you look at the first quarter, statistically both teams are even. The edge obviously going to New Jersey because they did score. They have a lead at 7-0. Both teams playing the kind of football offensively they want to play. The big question is, right now, which team is going to play the best defense so that the offense will have more opportunities to score.
Anderson is back in now as they work out of the eye with Carter in motion, and Anderson has the ball. Gets a good block from Boone, turns the corner, goes to the 5 before Gregory Johnson takes him out of bounds. That's Jimmy Jordan standing there with a headset. The backup quarterback. Great one at Florida State during his collegiate days. Watch the block by Boone here.
Boone, number 21, the first man in the USFL to go over 100 yards in the inaugural season. But right here you get a glimpse of some of the leg power, upper body strength that Gary Anderson has as he takes on Johnson.
Played in 4 consecutive bowl games with the Razorbacks of Arkansas. Larry Brodsky goes wide to the top of the picture. Carter comes to the left. They stay in the eye. It's 2nd down and 3 for the first down from the 5-yard line. Give it to Boone. And Boone rolls over and may have the first down.
This is where New Jersey has a very distinct advantage offensively over Tampa Bay. When it comes to the very short power inside running game, I think you would always give the edge to Maurice Carthen and Herschel Walker. Greg Boone is not a lightweight by any stretch of the imagination, but he just does not have the overall size that Carthen has. Gary Anderson, of course, is much smaller than Herschel Walker. So I should look for them to go more outside and inside while down in here close.
Dan Fike had to come out at left tackle. Dave Piles replaces him. He's hurt his arm. Hand off to Anderson. Dives. Goal line. Touchdown. They waited a while before they gave him the call, though it seemed rather clear to me he had crossed the plane. And now let's, well, they're going to send out the kicking team. I thought for a moment, the way Reeves had come over, that he might go back and they might go for 2. Here's the lunge by Anderson, and he's across.
They go over the right side with the right guard and right tackle Smith and Morton. They did a very good job of sustaining their blocks. They didn't necessarily get the real strong line charge to drive the defensive line of New Jersey off the ball, but they held them long enough for Gary Anderson to get some speed and dive over the top.
Zayden Andrusician, who has missed a field goal try today, his first of the year. He's now 16 out of 16 in his extra points.
Well, Keith, offenses are playing to a tie here. Both teams being able to put together good sustained drives. More importantly, getting the touchdowns and on the scoreboard.
Tampa Bay goes 88 yards in 10 plays to tie it at 7.
Whatever kind of car you drive, you want all the performance it has to offer. Fill it with Shell SU 2000 Super Unleaded. SU-2000 is a patented high-octane performance gasoline designed for smooth, quiet power. And it fights critical engine deposits that can cause knock. Turn your car into an SU-2000 performer. Get Shell SU-2000 Super Unleaded Gasoline.
No matter how fast life gets, no matter how hard you work, Right Guard can help keep you smelling good for up to 24 hours. That's protection. Right Guard protection.
You work hard, need Right Guard.
Update on the Oakland-Memphis score. It's now 7-7 as Memphis has just gone 99 yards. Kept a 24-yard pass to Walter Lewis to Greg Moser. Moser came over from the Houston Gamblers, and he is having a terrific year with the Memphis Showboats. Here's the kickoff now by Andrew Zishin, taken at the 6-yard line by Rod Pegues. And Pegues, who is all motion, when he comes back upfield with that football, gets out close to the 30. So the Generals will have good field position.
Just last week, Jim McGill had his car tuned and checked for any problems. But there was one his mechanic couldn't see. The fan belt. Even this morning, no mechanic could have seen it would break because today's engine belts don't usually show signs of wear. But after 4 years, even the best belts can go anytime. Is your car 4 years old or older? Change the belts and ask for Gates, because nobody knows more about belts. You're looking at pictures of a baby's first steps, of a newlywed couple embarking on their honeymoon, of a daughter graduating from college. A lot of these pictures will turn out fine. Many won't turn out at all. But with a Polaroid instant camera, you know you got the shot, because you see it moments after you take it. So, instead of coming back with hopes, come back with pictures. Polaroid instant cameras.
Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports. One of the hottest fighters in the world today. Undefeated welterweight champ Donald Curry moves up a weight class to challenge James Hard Rock Green live. Plus pro skating greats in the fantastic pairs competition on ABC's Wide World of Sports Saturday.
It has been primarily a ground game for the New Jersey Generals so far. In their previous offensive possession, they took it 80 yards for the touchdown, and Herschel Walker had 51 yards on the ground and caught 2 passes for 12 in that possession. So it's first down from the 30 now. And Walker's got it again. And he's got another big gain as he pounds in there for 7, close to 8 yards. Kelly Kirchbaum finally brought him down, a 5-year man out of Kentucky. 6'2", 240.
All right,
Played with the Jets.
Tight Eagles, 04 stay, ready?
And he's got that little microphone in his helmet again today. Second down, call it 2. This is Carthen. Shakes one off and goes ahead and picks up the first down. Boy, he's tough. James Harrell had him a helmet on the numbers, and he just shook him off.
Have to wrap a couple of ropes around Maurice Carthen.
Well, James
Cinch him tight.
James is another one of those linebackers, though, that you were talking about yesterday, Swan. He's not all that big, but they sacrifice size for quickness.
Well, they're sacrificing size for quickness on the outside, especially on the outside people, to be able to cover people better.
This time, Carthen is gang tackled, the 220-pounder from Arkansas State. Mike Butler was the principal man, and that's a little more of an advantage for the defensive group there because Mike is 6'4", 265. He can handle that 220-pounder.
Yes, he can.
The ball is out at the 43, where it is second down and 9.
I'll be out here. I think he's checking off at the line here, too.
Fumble as he turned and gave the ball to Herschel Walker. Herschel never got a handle on it and got about to the line of scrimmage. Do you think that the Tampa Bay defense, the way they were lined up there, were really anticipating a run? They had about 8 people up around the front.
Well, what happens there, Keith, is Doug Flutie comes out there, he looks at the defense, and he has a certain number of audibles he can go to based against each defense. I think he was reading it, trying to decide whether that play was good against that defense, changed his mind, and called one that didn't work quite so well.
Goes to the shotgun on 3rd and 8 now with Clarence Harmon in for blocking. And Harmon also a pretty good pass receiver for the short stuff. This into the short area, and Flutie goes the sidelines to Collins, and he drops the ball. Marcus Quinn was back defending, but Collins clearly had whipped him.
Collins had actually beaten the corner on the play, Keith. The zone coverage, he goes by the corner. Number 40, Quinn, will come over the top, but he'll come over late. The pass was just dropped by Clarence Collins. It was low, but still one that he should have caught.
So that gets Walter shaking his head and brings in the punter, Rick Partridge, averaging just over 41 yards per punt. The deep man is Bruce Vaughn for Tampa Bay. High, twisting punt that is relatively short, takes the Tampa Bay bounce and goes out of bounds at the 26. So Partridge gets only 30 yards out of the punt when he failed to get it to turnover.
Me and the crew, we're taking this road across Alaska. Working the last frontier, it's different. But when this road's finished and it's on the map, we can say we did that.
It's for guys like T.J. Donahue that we make every Budweiser the best it can be. Beechwood aged and brewed with the kind of pride T.J. puts into his work. So to T.J. and all you guys out there like him, this Bud's for you.
One reason why Duracell batteries last so long is because we're always improving them. In fact, today's Duracell batteries will last up to 20% longer than the ones we made just 3 years ago. To do it any other way would be, well, the tail wagging the dog. Duracell, the copper top battery. When it comes to making them last longer, we never stop.
Nothing much changes in Wakita, Oklahoma, even when Conoco, DuPont's energy subsidiary, comes to explore for oil. Because we invented a remarkable way to search for oil by gently shaking the ground and recording the sound waves that echo back, a method that lets us go about our business without interfering in anyone else's. So DuPont or not, nothing changes in Wakita. Well, almost nothing. DuPont, better things for better living.
The big guys in the offensive side for New Jersey with the coach there. First time they had it, they were able to open enough doors for Herschel Walker to lead the charge, and Carthen capped it with a touchdown. This time, they were forced to punt. Now Tampa Bay comes to the attack. First down for the Bandits from their own 26. Reeves fakes the reverse to Jackson, gets some pressure, and down he goes. It is Jim Byrne, number 74, the big guy from Wisconsin La Crosse, who just kept on pounding. And as Reeves stepped up, he stepped right into his arm.
He drove the offensive left tackle, Dan Fike, straight back into John Reeves. You see him right there at the in the middle of the picture. 74 is Jim Byrne. He's not going around him. He's just powering him all the way back. So he backs into John, then he just jumps on top of him. That's just pure strength.
It's the 5th sack only of Tampa Bay quarterbacks this season. And the loss is back inside the 20 to the 19. Loss of 7 yards. Reeves throws, and the pass is complete up to the 28-yard line. Making the grab is Harvey, the tight end. And he made the catch under fairly decent coverage by Mike Weddington. Mike was right there, but Reeves just drilled it into the big end.
That's an example of what I was talking about, Keith. The New Jersey Generals were the man-to-man coverage, trying to stay with the real tight coverage and get pressure on John Reeves. You don't see him right here, but number 25, John Preston, a strong safety, was blitzing on that play.
It is 3rd and 8 now. Reeves has hit 6 straight. And this one Gets away from Spencer Jackson. He was sliding across in front of Kerry Justin, and I believe Kerry got just enough of it to deflect it away from him.
Well, he really, I don't think he tipped it, Keith, but he was in a position where he just changed the angle of the throw just enough where it was not reachable for the receiver.
Now Andrew Zeshin needs the big one. The top-ranked punter right now coming into this week's games at 44-yard average. Well, he won't get 44 out of that one, though he does get a bounce on it. And it's a Tampa Bay roll as he rolls inside the 30 and dead at about the 29. So it's right on his average, and we get a scuffle down on the field, and a penalty flag is thrown at 8:42 to go in the first half.
Little boy's dream of marmalade moons, circus clowns with red balloons, of puppy dogs and a tail for a kite, and toy Dodge trucks that come alive at night. And now I'm a grown man and I dream of the road, of faraway places and the wheels to go. With my Dodge on the highway, I race with the wind behind the wheel of a dream. And I'm a little boy again.
Cocaine coronaries, a new kind of heart attack with a new kind of victim. Young, healthy, with no history of heart disease. Monday, watch ABC's World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
A personal foul, unnecessary roughness against Tampa Bay, moves the football out to the 44-yard line of New Jersey, where the Generals have it first down, and Walter Broughton now is in the lineup and at wide receiver for the Generals. He played at Michigan a year ago. He's out of Jacksonville State, and another one of those swift, smaller wide receivers.
Well, with the rule changes, allowing less contact on wide receivers, it really changed the philosophy of football. We're seeing more of the small people who virtually run downfield faster, untouched, putting a great deal of pressure on the defense, forcing them to go to smaller linebackers to cover.
Flutie on first down will throw. Throws it underneath to Walker. Shakes a man. And Herschel gets to the Tampa side before Kirchbaum. No, it wasn't Kirchbaum. Knocked him out of bounds. It was number 57, Kevin McClelland of Kentucky. Just hit him head on. But the first man that hits him tried to block his feet from under him, and Herschel just ignored it.
Flutie dropping straight back. They have not called the offensive plays that really put a great deal of pressure on Flutie, letting Herschel, who seems to be much more aggressive today, carry the offensive team.
Second down and 2, Herschel again. And he just simply prances across the marker and goes out of bounds just over the 45 and picks up the first down. Donald Curry is making one of those dangerous moves as he goes into the fight against James Hard Rock Green on ABC's Wide World of Sports next Saturday. He's moving up to a junior middleweight fight against Green, and it's always dangerous when you go up in your weight class. He's a welterweight champion. Flutie rolling out, runs the ball, picks up the first down. So Doug Flutie burns Tampa Bay on a rollout. They dropped off and gave him a little daylight on the corner, and he took it.
That's what we call a naked bootleg. He fakes to his right, runs away from it. With nobody in front of him, he has number 85, Walter Broughton, man-to-man coverage running free. He has a terrible angle to throw the football, and plus is beyond the line of scrimmage. He wisely keeps it and picks up the first down.
Split eagle 20. Split right, Roger.
32-yard line of Tampa Bay.
0. 138.
Walker behind the line of scrimmage. Herschel had no chance that time. He's dry. He's a penalty flag.
There seemed to be some confusion on that play, Keith. I don't know if Flutie was calling an audible at the line of scrimmage, but when he turned around to pitch the ball to Herschel, Herschel just seemed to be standing there as if he was confused. He faked the pitch a couple of times and just handed off to him.
Unnecessary roughness. Number 50 on the defense. Unnecessary roughness. Number 89 on the offense. Replay the down.
James Harrell and Sam Bowers getting into a little scuffle, and they took a pretty good whack at each other.
Well, Sam Bowers is a big, strong man who can dish out as much punishment as a linebacker or anybody else can throw at him. Not a man to fool around with. We saw him against the LA Express. Flutie threw him a pass over the middle. He caught it, was really nailed.
Didn't you say replay the down?
I don't know. Let's see.
They're not doing it.
No, they're not doing it. Second down.
Back on the 36. Walker with that little skip, and then dives over the left side and picks up about 4 yards back to the original line of scrimmage, where McClellan again brings him down. Time remaining first half, 7:15, clock rolling. Been a fast pace so far, both teams running a lot, or at least in Tampa's case, they have been completing the passes to keep the clock alive. 7-7 ball game. Flutie on 3rd and long. Gets it away, and it is caught by Broughton. Touchdown. Walter Broughton got away from Warren Hanna.
I'll tell you one thing, Keith. When I was a football player, I was on the sideline, you know what people would say about a pass pattern like that Broughton just ran? They would say, Bruce Vaughn is out there somewhere looking for his jockstrap. He beat him so bad.
There was Hanna, wasn't it, 20?
No, I think number 30, Bruce Vaughn was in there. No, you're right, it was Hanna. He went inside, made it look like a post, completely turned him around, and then cut back to the outside for the touchdown.
Ruzek out of Partridge hold is good. 6:56 to play in the first half of this ball game, and the Generals have gone to the lead 14-7.
Let's see a little of the pressure on Doug Flutie. He just releases this pass as he's hit. There you see the catch. Broughton going in for his touchdown.
So Walter finding a place in the New Jersey lineup. Makes his 3rd catch as a General and makes it pay.
Now, direct from the future comes the Canon T70. The T70, sleeker to hold, simpler to handle. Controls are now touch button. Data now crystal clearly displayed. Film advance now built in. The Canon T70. Now you can capture computer-perfect pictures with the touch of a button. The Canon T70. Touch the future now.
This is Walter. For 12 years, Walter's been in charge of security around here, but today, he's going to get some help. You see, Allstate's going to save me some money on my homeowner's insurance with a Shape Up and Save discount. And all I've got to do is make things a little safer with a deadbolt lock, fire extinguisher, smoke alarm. So I save some money. And Walter can relax.
Shape up and save.
Keep an eye on the silver, will you, guy?
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Saturday, undefeated welterweight champ Donald Corey tangles with slugger James Hard Rock Green in a junior middleweight bout live. Also, pro pairs skating greats go head-to-head on ABC's Wide World of Sports Saturday.
14-7. The Generals back to the lead in the second quarter of play. Bobby Hebert is hooked up with Gordon Banks for a 13-yard touchdown, and Oakland's on top of Memphis 14-7. And in the second quarter, Jim Kelly has hit Vince Corville for 50 yards. One play in that possession, and it's now 7-3. The Houston Gamblers have scored to lead Portland. Here's a high kickoff taken by Ricky Williams at the 13. And down at the 22. And the man that did it was Johnny Miller, number 57, who is the hot man in the kick coverage for the New Jersey Generals. So as Tampa Bay's offense is back on the field, we have 6:48 to play in the first half, and 14-7 New Jersey leading. from the 22. Reeves hit from behind just as he throws the ball, and the man pounding in was Donnell Daniel. And number 75 was Frank Mattias. Well, here's a happy Walter Broughton now with Tim Brandt.
Boy, Clarence Collins dropped one early, but he was wide open. You came back next series, you're open on the other corner. Did you know you could pick on the corners coming in?
Oh, we felt like we could pick on the corners. They were playing a coverage real far, and we felt like we were giving them good moves that we can beat them deep, and that's what happened on that play.
All right, Walter. Keith.
Thank you, Timmy. Second down and 10. Reeves back to throw, gets it off to the sidelines, and Spencer Jackson couldn't get to it. Gary Justin had sealed him away from the football.
Keep in mind, for the New Jersey Generals, every time they possess the football, the only thing that stops them from marching down the field scoring are their own mistakes. Clarence Collins dropping the ball. Every other time they've scored, and the defense of Tampa hasn't stopped them. On the other side, their defense is executing a great game plan, playing man-to-man coverage and really pressuring that man right there, John Reeves.
Nickelback is in now, Jerry Holmes, and back goes Reeves to throw. Gets it out here. Harvey wide open. And the tight end has a first down for Tampa Bay as he comes to the 44-yard line. My goodness, somebody got lost in the defense.
Obviously a mistake in the coverage. The tight end, Harvey Martin, comes wide open. In the coverage coming underneath, crossing, a linebacker or safety should have picked him up. No one did. Harvey comes away clean, picks up the first down, and gets them out of trouble.
9 out of 14 now for John Reeves at 6:26 to go in the first half. He's checking off. Gary Anderson runs into John Joyce, and John takes him down.
Okay, I'm an old NFL man. Every once in a while, my mouth just doesn't work like it's supposed to, and my brain's giving it a wrong message. I'm sitting here calling Marvin Harvey Martin, who plays for the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, Harvey Martin, he liked the pup.
Well, that's okay, but Marvin Harvey probably has one of those tape machines, and he'll come back after the game, watch it, and want to talk to me about that mistake.
Second down and 9. Reeves gets it away to Anderson, and Gary slips and slides down, and he picked up about a yard. That's all. I tell you, they're really looking for him today.
Yeah, they certainly are. He is one of the big keys, and the coach told me that they were going to try and keep people on Gary Anderson, not to let him run around, do all the things he's capable of doing, apply that pressure, and really just to take away the timing on their pass routes and all their offensive plays.
5:19 to go, first half. Third and 7. Ball is slapped down at the line of scrimmage. I think it was James Luckett that got his hand up and slapped it away. And so it brings up fourth down, and Tampa Bay will have to punt. And position in. First kick today with the roll with a 44-yarder. That's his average on the season, and it's the top average in the USFL. Low kick. Daniel won't be able to get to it, and it takes a banded roll, and they're going to kill it deep. Don't get greedy now. Just short of the goal line. Sometimes you get down there, and that funny-shaped ball, if you let it go too far, it'll kick away from you, and once it hits that goal line, it comes back to the 20. But that's a 52-yard putt, and the Generals are backed up at their own 1.
Well, the great advantage for acquisition in that punt is that he punted it to his left, where his coverage man was just running straight down the field, and he didn't have to try and force the man blocking on him inside. The ball comes to him. He's in perfect position to cover. The punt return man can't field it because it's a low kick. Then he gets a lucky roll. They cover it, down it. Now we see the New Jersey Generals backed up and in trouble.
You figure that Tampa Bay is going to stack its defense. And the ball to Carthen. lot of grunting and groaning in that stack, and he comes out to about close to the 4. No, give him the 3. So he gets a couple of yards, 2nd down and 8.
Shift to it now, yeah.
Now, if you're really daring in this situation and they're playing man-to-man coverage, I'll go up top, go pass.
Carthen again across the 5 to about the 6. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
But then maybe I'm a little more daring than Walt Michaels.
Up here.
It's easy up here.
Sick him, what?
That's my kind of football.
Sick him. You get him down in the pile, you bite him.
Luty's pass, incomplete. That'll get a penalty flag. The contact came too soon as Marcus Quinn and Dwayne Anderson were in the middle, and it was Anderson that bangs into Clarence Collins.
You see Steve Spurrier, you're arguing. He's saying it was not pass interference. He was just going for the ball.
26 on the defense. First down.
But I like that in a coach. Even when you know your player's wrong, you argue for him. See if you can influence the officials a little bit. You'll watch it from end zone camera. Doug Flutie finding his receiver. You see right there, Anderson just came over his back and grabbed him with his left arm from behind. It's a good call by the official. You're standing right behind the play. He could see it all.
Ball is at the 20 where it's a 1st down. So the Generals got a little room now at 3:15 to go in the 1st half, and here comes Walker. Herschel got a good block from Clarence Harmon to open the door for him, and he runs it out to about the 27, so give him 7 yards on that carry.
The way Herschel Walker's running today, Keith, he'll get the handoff, and you'll say, here comes Herschel. And in a matter of seconds, you'll be saying, there goes Herschel. Because once he breaks through that line, he just turns on the speed, and I don't think there are too many people who are going to catch him in that secondary.
He's got 66 yards, as you see, on 13 carries. Walker again. And he's got a 1st down, and we've got a penalty flag soaring out of somebody's pocket. That thing went 40 feet in the air.
It looks like one of those little toy parachute soldiers you used to play with when you were a kid. He just threw it way up.
What do you mean when I was a kid? I still play with it.
Do you?
The holding call against New Jersey.
You probably saved them all and gave them to your son, Chris.
That's right.
Because Chris is getting a little old to be playing with those parachutes, too.
All depends. Flutie now is 4 out of 5 in the ball game, 68 yards and a touchdown.
Holding. Number 89 on the offense. 2nd down.
The Generals are leading by a score of 14-7 with 3:06 to go in the 2nd quarter of play. And the penalty moves the football back to the 17-yard line.
Eye over.
They've got to go just beyond the 30 to get their 1st down. Flutie runs away from the linebackers, retreats all the way to the 2, throws it up for grabs, and it's incomplete. And he's lucky to get that one back. Or as my college partner Frank Broyles would say, he threw it up for scrambles.
Yeah, and he better be careful about throwing it up like that.
Yes, sir.
There are a lot of people around there looking for that ball, none of them with red jerseys on. Number 56, Keith Clark, looked like he came in on a delayed blitz. You see that ball being tipped right there by Dwayne Anderson. Pass intended for Sam Bowers, but it looked like Keith Clark was just waiting to see which way Doug Flutie would go, then he'd just go with him. Designated shadow.
So it's 3rd down and 14. Down the middle for the tight end, intercepted by Marcus Quinn. Quinn gets up and returns the ball inside the 35 and down to the 33.
Marcus Quinn. We said that Doug Flutie would have to be careful, watch out for him. Was a strong safety with the Oakland Invaders. He's playing free safety here this afternoon with the injuries to the Tampa Bay Bandit secondary. You see Just Beck going down, the pass is lofted. It's thrown inside, Quinn just adjusts to it, makes a great diving catch. Tampa Bay's ball.
On the New Jersey side of the field at the Generals 33, 2:25 to go first half, 14-7 Generals lead. Reeves back on first down. Passes away and incomplete. You know, he almost caught that thing. Spencer Jackson, again, was shielded away from the ball by John Preston coming off ankle injury, and Spencer almost turned back in there and stole it.
Well, he turned to the outside and put John Preston inside.
Southeast Regional Basketball Finals, Villanova defeating North Carolina today, 56-44. And right now, Tampa Bay trying to whittle into a 14-7 New Jersey lead with 2:13 to play. It's second down and 10. As Reeves sets up, same pattern, intercepted by Justin. There was double coverage on Steve Carter, and Kerry Justin, the left cornerback, stepped in front of it and came away with it. And we're 2:06 to go in the first half.
Keith, we're seeing much more variety in coverage by the New Jersey secondary. They're lining up, they're showing blitz every time, forcing some audibles. He goes to the corner pattern, but he'll have a man underneath in the short zone, and Preston coming across the top. Kerry Justin times it, makes the steal. See John Reeves, his reaction. Quarterback's really got to lay that ball to the sideline, either give the receiver a chance to make a catch where he lays out for it, or the pass goes out of bounds in that situation.
From the 14, Flutie gives it to Carthen. And Carthen takes a pounding at about the 17. Picks up 3. And we come to the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go in the first half. And with 2 to play, it is New Jersey 14, Tampa Bay 7, and it's been Tampa Bay's mistakes as much as anything that's put them 7 down.
It's so smooth it won't even scratch this delicate surface. The Paper-Mate AccuPoint roller pen with a stainless steel point and metal rolling ball for remarkably smooth fine point writing. The Paper-Mate AccuPoint.
Gillette Foamy Gel. The gel that gives you more lubricants. Better beard setup. More lubricants. For closeness and comfort, get Gillette Foamy Gel. The gel that gives you more.
When it's after work, and I'm taking work home, I say L.A.
Tom, how about dinner?
When do you say L.A.?
When I've been playing shortstop all day, and we've got a big night tonight, I say L.A.
Wrestling?
Championship from Anheuser-Busch L.A. Beer. Great taste with half the alcohol. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
You can say that again.
I like wrestling.
Perfect.
L.A. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
Introducing the head coach of the Memphis Showboats, Pepper Rush.
We're going to win this football game somehow. I don't know how, but somehow we're going to do it. And let's go out and play. That's what I say. We all get paid when we play. Don't we? Do we get paid to play? Yes. Will we play for nothing? No. You're wrong.
The preceding message was furnished by the United States Football League.
Among those participating in the International Professional Figure Skating Championships, Ty Babylonia and Randy Gardner, JoJo Starbuck, Ken Shelley, Candy Jones, and Don Fraser, and Donald Curry against Hard Rock Green next Saturday on ABC's Wide World of Sports. New Jersey's ball, second down, a short 8. They've got 3 timeouts to work with. And they hem him in at about the 22.
Stop by Al Richardson.
Keith, this might be one of those opportunities, times when Walt Michaels might want to use one of his little gadget plays or trick plays. He's really got nothing to lose. 1 minute and 49 seconds left to play in the first half. His team backed up deep in their own territory.
Well, they've called time to talk about it as Flutie goes to the sidelines. They're playing in the rain. at Baltimore, and it's 0-0 Birmingham and Baltimore late in the second quarter of play. And that field we saw last week, if it rains very much, they'll be playing in the mud very quickly.
If not already.
Oakland leading Memphis 14-13, and the quarterbacks have been dominant in that ball game. Hebert for Oakland and Lewis for Memphis. And Houston now is out to a 10-3 lead over the Portland Breakers.
Only 10 points for the Houston Gamblers in the second quarter. They're off to a slow start.
Well, what, they played Monday night, was it?
Yeah, I think that might have been Monday night. They
I'm
played
a little
Denver.
sore.
Yeah. That was the first time they used the challenge where they had to play reversed.
Had one reversed then and one reversed last night. Yeah. Ball is near the 22 now. 3rd down and 3 for New Jersey. Flutie still got it. He's out there. He's got room. He's got a first down. Well, that's the difficult part of defending that little rascal, because he's got that quickness. Once you commit yourself off that play fake and give him that much daylight, he's going to get something.
And Walt Michaels told me on Thursday that he's been talking to Flutie, telling him that when you get on the sidelines, you pick up the first down, get out of bounds. Don't take any unnecessary shots. Don't take too much upon yourself when you're running the football.
Everything pretty even in this ball game, save the score. 14-7 New Jersey with 1:43 to play, and first down Generals at the 28. Walker outside. And Herschel slips, loses his footing, and comes up close to a first down. Let's see where they mark him. They're very generous with the mark. That's a very generous mark.
Well, when you hit the ground, Keith, he slid past the first down marker. No one touched him, so he'll pick up those yards. Now, had this been a dry football field, I don't think he could have slid that far. You see him right there. He goes down, sliding up to the marker.
They give him the first down on the play, so his average pretty heavy. Walker again. Well, Herschel's earning his money today. 1:15 to go in the first half. And Walker has got to be averaging better than, well, he's got 84 yards and 16 carries. So he's doing better than 5 yards a clip.
The way they're playing football now, Keith, also helps that line. I don't think they're as tired coming into the first half as they have been in other ball games.
That's cool, Dave. Uh-oh, that's a bad flip, but Walker saves it. Gets a great block from Carthen. Turns it into a big gain, and a penalty flag comes from the umpire.
I saw Sam Bowers turn around and shake his head. The flag was thrown in his direction, maybe offensive holding.
You have an eagle eye, lad.
Well, I'm not so much an eagle eye. John Bassett pointed it out here for me.
We'll be visiting with the principal owner of the Tampa Bay Bandits at halftime. That is a very damaging penalty for New Jersey because it takes the first down away from them.
89, the offense. Second down.
And moves the football all the way back inside the 40 to the 38. They were in a position for a first down around the Tampa Bay 48 a couple of plays using their timeouts. They could have been in field goal range. Instead, it's second and a little more than 10. They run Carthen on a draw up the middle to the 41. And 40 seconds to go, and the crowd hoots a little bit on that play call.
Tampa Bay quickly called a timeout, trying to conserve the clock. If they can get the ball in some kind of decent field position, we might see them try and go up top very quickly and then come away with a field goal.
The Bandits have no more timeouts remaining. That's their last one. Well, again, it's a good time for your, quote, gadget play on 3rd down and 7. With very little time remaining in the first half. Chris Palmer there with Doug Flutie.
Actually, Keith, if it's one of those passing gadget plays, it might be a bad time. because the defensive secondary for Tampa Bay will get back deep, not wanting to give up the cheap touchdown. So you have number 40, Marcus Quinn, playing center field. He'll line up probably 15 to 20 yards from the line of scrimmage. So if there's a receiver on the reverse or some kind of play like that, who you would think would be alone running down the field, Marcus Quinn might be there to pick it off.
A moment with Tim Brandt.
Keith, I was just talking to Steve Spurrier. He is very, very frustrated, as you might imagine. But he says you work on containment all week, and you can't even tell when Flutie has the ball because of his size. So there's been so much talked about and so much written about how small Doug Flutie is. Right now, it's working to his advantage because they really cannot see him and tell when he has the ball on that bootleg.
Hides behind those big linemen.
Easy to do when you're 5'9".
Third and a long 7. They go deep with it. Broughton is over there and turned around, and the pass is incomplete. So running right with him was Alvin Bailey. And Alvin Bailey playing cornerback this year instead of returning punts. And I'm kind of sorry about that because Alvin went, I think it was 90 straight times he disdained the fair catch, risking his body, and he was exciting.
He is very exciting. You see a glimpse of the speed he had on punt returns, using it to cover Broughton there on that pattern.
Bruce Vaughn is the deep man as Rick Partridge comes in to punt. Partridge, first kick today, a 30-yarder. There's a little breeze that's swirling around inside of the saucer. He used all of that 30-second clock, and Partridge shanked this one. But he gets a favorable bounce, and Vaughn picks it up, not wanting the ball to roll any farther downfield. Had he not fielded the ball, I think it probably would have gone well inside the 20. 32-yard punt by Partridge, and the Bandits now have 22 seconds. A 14-7 New Jersey lead. They got Brodsky and Jackson wide. Reeves is back, his pass to the sidelines, and Brodsky making his cut in front of Bobby Leopold, a dropping linebacker, lost his footing and fell down.
Even if he had maintained his footing, Keith, I don't know if he could have gotten back in time to make that catch, because just as he made his break, the ball was bouncing behind it.
Second and 10. Harvey, the tight end, and he's got a first down at the New Jersey 46-yard line and 13 seconds to go. The Bandits hustle up because the clock is stopped until the chains are put in place in the final 2 minutes of each half. Harvey now with 5 catches and 87 yards in the ball game. Before today, he had caught 7 in 4 games. Reeves passes away. Harvey's out there. Harvey's dropped the ball. He was pinched between Kerry Justin and Gregory Johnson, and he couldn't hang on. Well, they got one more snap.
It's a real tough call to win the same play 2 times in a row. Marvin beats him the first time around. He has a chance to make this catch. Obviously, the officials said he didn't hang on to the ball, maybe didn't have control. For a moment there, he looked like he did have possession of it, Keith. They might have called it a complete pass. If I was Steve Spurrier, I'd just, for the heck of it, issue a challenge.
He won't win it.
Well, might as well take a shot. You never know. There's the red flag.
Frank Cush challenged last night and won a key play in that ball game.
It was very interesting, the challenge in the Houston-Denver game. We'll take another look at it here. He makes a catch. I think, I can't see the ball inside.
It's loose now, though.
It's loose now. It looks like he has possession from the backside.
Won't win it.
Well, in the Houston-Denver game, Miles Davis made the challenge after seeing the replay on the Astrodome replay board. And that time, it was a home stadium that allowed the challenge to be issued by showing it.
Wesley Ward, the referee, is now talking to the review official.
I think he has possession just based on that, Keith. He had the ball in his hand. He had both feet on the ground. He was hit. The ball came loose, and then he picked it up. It's a close one.
The play stands as is.
Now it's got to cost Tampa Bay 5 yards. Because they don't have any timeouts remaining.
Well, with 3 seconds on the clock, the ball sitting at the 46-yard line, Keith. I think we're out of field goal range, so I don't think it makes a difference anyway.
No.
5-yard penalty. Yeah.
Oakland now 21-13 over Memphis as Bobby Hebert is hooked up with Anthony Carter. So Hebert's thrown 3 touchdown passes in the first half of that ballgame. The Ragin' Cajun. Ball comes back over to the Tampa Bay 49. Got 1 snap left, and we'll be at halftime.
Well, when you look at this league, Keith, it does appear to be a young quarterback's league. And there could be a new one on his way, depending on how good negotiations go. And that, of course, is Bernie Kosar.
Reeves has all day, throws for Spencer Jackson. Jackson makes the catch down at the 23, but time has run out in the first half of play. And at halftime, the New Jersey Generals lead the Tampa Bay Bandits by a score of 14-7. We'll be back with today's halftime activities after this message and a word from our local stations.
Say goodbye to America's favorite can of motor oil. That Quaker State quality America has trusted for over 70 years now comes exclusively in this unique, easy-to-pour plastic bottle.
So long, Spouts. See you, dirty hands.
Goodbye, oily rag.
No more leaky cans.
Get Quaker State's pen-grade protection and no mess, easy to open, pour, and reseal. Today, you need an oil this good in a package this good.
Listen to these stuffy noses.
Afrin doesn't have it.
Tristan doesn't have it.
Only Sinex has it. Ooh. That quick feeling of relief from instantly penetrating Vicks Vapors, plus a powerful decongestant that opens nasal passages and allows you to breathe freely.
Ah, complete relief.
For hours and hours. Sinex gives you both instant relief and complete relief. Sinex in regular and extra strength.
From Vicks, of course. Missile exercise, Caribbean.
Follow your target, over. Target's turning starboard outbound, over.
Fire. Most jobs promise you the world.
Birds away.
The Navy delivers. See your recruiter or call this number. Navy, it's not just a job, it's an adventure.
Tomorrow, Neil Diamond, Barbara Mandrell, and Boy George cut loose on the all-new Barbara Walters special. Then it's Oscar, the best films, the brightest stars. Jack Lemmon hosts the 57th Annual Academy Awards live, all starting at 8, 7 Central tomorrow.
The new 145 horsepower VMAX from Yamaha is like no other motorcycle you've ever seen before. But you may have noticed things.
Sending these parts to all parts of the country overnight was costing me a fortune until I switched my overnight express to Pendulator Courier. Purelator Courier. I saved plenty in the long run, up to 39% in the short run with Populator Courier. Purelator Courier. People remember Purelator Courier's low prices and great service, but they have a little trouble with their name. Thanks, Percolator.
Purelator! If you want to save money and get great service, remember Purelator Courier.
Women of Achievement, tomorrow with Merv.
Tampa Bay mistaking its way into a 7-point deficit in that first half. But they have a history of handling New Jersey. They've done it successively in regular season play. Now, very quickly, some other games. Orlando Renegades and Jacksonville had to go overtime on Thursday night. Reggie Collier, a USFL record, running for a quarterback with 171 yards. Mike Rozier had a big night, 199 yards, and the Bulls won in overtime, 34-31. Now, last night, out in Arizona, the Los Angeles Express struggling to regain some posture in that Western Conference. The Arizona Ball Club under Frank Cush now beginning to put things together and went ahead on that pass play from Doug Williams to Al Williams, 7-0 in the first quarter. And then what appeared to be a crushing blow for the Los Angeles Express as Steve Young, running here, hits the knee, gets hyperextended. But the information that we have received after 2 examinations, and another one is to be made later, is that the injury is not severe. It was a big night for Reggie Brown. He turns in a 44-yard touchdown scamper there. And the Arizona Outlaws now rolling right along at 27-13 as Brown went for 127 yards. The story on Young is that it doesn't appear there's any particular damage to the knee. He might even play next week. I'm sitting now with John Bassett, the principal owner of the Tampa Bay Bandits, who was one of the founders of this USFL, one of the founders of the WFL. The man knows something about putting football teams and football leagues together. And first thing I want to ask you is, what do you think about the use of the instant replay? Now, we've had 2 successful calls in the last week using it.
Well, I think it's a great idea. Limited. It delays the game, but it's made 2 significant changes in the last week, and none of us are perfect. All of us are fallible, and if I was a referee, I might not like it, but as a fan, I think it's an interesting innovation.
I think it is. At least it falls somewhere in that marketing area, too, because it has stimulated a goodly amount of interest.
Well, with the 2 points, you know, when you have a new league, Keith, you've got to do things like get Heisman Trophy winners, change some of the rules, and modernize and revolutionize the game. I mean, they wear colored pants on golf courses now. They didn't 20 years ago.
That's right.
So it's all part of the development of professional football. I like it.
John, I know that you have been a quite outspoken advocate of maintaining a springtime schedule for the USFL.
Yes, I have, for many reasons. I believe that the American public have proven, both in the stands and through your network on ESPN, that they enjoy professional football in the spring. My point is very clear. I just believe that the owners in our league have priced themselves out of spring football, and it's their fault. It isn't the fans' fault or the network's fault or anybody else's. And, you know, I believe that you have to walk before you run and run before you fly. And, you know, I hope we stay there, and I'm working to see that we do, because, you know, they only used to play tennis from June to September. The golf tour only used to be 4 months. So there's no magic about the fall for football. Football is a great American pastime. People like it. They're going to the games. We have some great players, good quality football, and I think it ought to stay where it is.
John, have you reached a point of decision which could mean your departure from ownership if they do go ahead and go to the fall, or will you stay?
Well, you know, I'm a team guy. I mean, I'm for the spring, and I go to meetings and fight for it, and I think that I really believe that we'll stay there. I mean...
It gets a little wearisome to me sometimes with so many people insisting that it was a league invented for television or founded for television. But I don't believe that television will ever sustain anything wholly and totally. You're going to have to put, as the old line goes, fannies in the seats.
Well, I think that that's right. And, you know, look at here today. You've got St. John's basketball. You haven't got the greatest day in the world. And you've got a lot of people here. We've averaged, I guess, about 44,000 over 3 years in Tampa Bay. Well, those are big-time numbers, Keitha. And Jacksonville have been better than us. Memphis, great football town. You know, other than Chicago and Los Angeles and San Antonio, and they'll get it together there when they get used to it. The attendance has been great. 25,000 the first year, 26 the second year. The fans like it. I mean, colleges would be happy with that kind of an average. So I think that the United States Football League has proven itself with the fans. If just the owners had managed their teams a little bit better, they wouldn't have to go to the fall.
Of course, you've got a little thing called Bandit Ball down there where you people have a lot of fun in the Tampa Bay area. And Flutie, of course, has been a stimulant this year as well.
Well, Flutie and Mike Rozier is getting his act together, and Herschel Walker is certainly getting his act together. Too good in the first half. And I think we have the players, I think we have the product, and I believe that we have the season. And, you know, I've never felt better about the league than I do right now.
Good. How's your backswing?
My backswing is bad, Keith, but I look forward to playing with you.
All right, John, nice to see you.
Thank you
All
so
best
much.
wishes for you.
Thank you so much, my friend.
John Bassett, the principal owner of the Tampa Bay Bandits. We're at halftime where the New Jersey Generals are leading the Bandits by a score of 14-7 on a cool, cloudy day in New Jersey.
You are looking at the most advanced shock absorber that Monroe has ever made. Gasmatic, so advanced that in testing, people preferred the Gasmatic ride 3-to-1 over conventional shocks.
The difference was dramatic in the control, the stability, and the comfort.
A ride so superior, if Gasmatics don't give you the best ride ever, we'll replace them no charge. Monroe Gasmatic shocks and struts for the best ride ever, guaranteed.
Let's see.
Merrill Lynch reminds you your IRA is probably now a sizable investment.
Oh, with this year's $2,000, Steve, it's worth over $9,000.
And no one has more ways to invest your IRA
Well, zero coupons are good.
than Merrill Lynch.
Oh, utilities, CDs.
Call the people who help you manage your IRA as an investment instead of a deposit.
Great, let's do it.
Merrill Lynch people, a breed apart. There are 15 premature labor centers in Illinois. The problem can be getting there in time. But in Illinois, a special helicopter's helping. It's made with Kevlar, a super strong, super light DuPont product, which helps make it light enough to carry doctors, nurses, even an incubator, just in case time runs out. For aeronautics, DuPont Kevlar's a major advance. But for certain mothers, it's a major miracle. DuPont, better things for better living.
Tuesday, join two special couples for 2 exciting hours. First on Magruder and Loud.
I have something to tell you.
Jenny finds out she's pregnant.
I really want this baby.
And Malcolm gets some on-the-job training.
I'm scared.
We're going to do this.
Then it's the show everyone's talking about.
Was it good for you, too?
Dave and Maddie take a ride on the Murder Express.
Well, I can't remember when I've had this much fun.
And wind up on the wrong side of the tracks. Moonlighting, right after Magruder and Loud, all starting at 9, 8 Central, Tuesday.
Coming up later on World News Sunday, the unrest continues in South Africa as thousands of blacks attend funerals for the victims of recent racial violence there, and 3 more blacks die in confrontations with police. Ray Gandolf will look at an ancient and honorable racehorse, the biggest money winner of all time, that's gearing up for yet another campaign. And we'll report on the worst place to live in America, according to Rand McNally, and its efforts to spruce up its image. And now back to the football game.
The Tampa Bay Bandits and New Jersey Generals today on ABC's presentation of the USFL. Today's game brought to you by L.A. from Anheuser-Busch. A great-tasting premium beer with half the alcohol of our regular beer. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say. And by the people at Merrill Lynch, whose resources and solutions make them a breed apart. Well, let's talk for a moment with Lynn Swan about what we saw in that first half of play.
Well, I think what we saw in that first half was an offense for the New Jersey Generals that executed so well, the best they have all season long. The offensive line has been maligned. People have said the offensive line in New Jersey is not good. Well, they're taking it to the Bandits. Defensively, it's been all the Generals again. They have been putting pressure on John Reeves. They've been forcing bad passes, throwing his timing off completely. They are responsible for the lead.
There are 3 touchdowns in the books in the first half, 2 of them belonging to New Jersey, and the Generals went on top in the early going by a score of 7-0 on this 1-yard plunge by Maurice Carthen. But Herschel Walker did most of the work, accounting for 63 yards in that 80-yard drive.
Just driving straight down the field, Walt Michaels kind of football, conservative, a ground attack, and for the first time in the regular season meetings, it's the New Jersey Generals that got the lead first time.
Gary Anderson capped off a Tampa Bay drive of 88 yards, I guess it was, as he went in from the 2-yard line to make the score 7-7 in the second quarter. And then the Generals came right back to take the lead by a score of 14-7.
It was at that time, Keith, that I thought this might be an offensive showcase with very little defense. But the Generals came through, they stopped the Bandits, and then Doug Flutie found Broughton, who ran a great corner route, turning the cornerback inside out, getting in for what appeared to be a very easy touchdown.
Walters caught just 3 passes so far as a New Jersey General. He played over at the Michigan Panthers a year ago and was on the receiving end of a lot of Bobby Hebert bullets. What do you think about the second half now?
Well, I think in the second half for the New Jersey Generals, they want to continue doing just what they have been, applying pressure to John Reeves. On the other side, John Reeves has to do a better job of reading the defenses and putting zip on the football. Now, I've noticed in the ball game, and the ball in the air doesn't seem to have any zip on it, not just from John Reeves, but from the punters, the kickers, and from Doug Flutie. I don't know if it's the weather or what's going on, but the ball just has no zip for anyone.
It does not appear that he has a real tight rotation on the ball, a la Bradshaw or somebody like that.
It's not a tight rotation, but he should be able to place the ball in there to his receivers. They've been open. Sometimes the coverage has been real tight, but he's had the room to drop it in, and he hasn't.
New Jersey has contained Gary Anderson pretty well. Harvey, the tight end, though, has had a big first half, caught 5 balls for 87 yards. We'll be back with the third quarter after this message and a word from our local stations.
Wherever you go in America, there's one source of starting power the weather's found tough to beat, the Sears Die-Hard. From the original Die-Hard battery to the newest, most powerful Die-Hard ever made for your car. In Credicell, Die-Hard is still the replacement battery more Americans have confidence in than any other. Think of it as a recommendation from a few million of your neighbors.
There's more for your life at Sears. You gotta find a home of your own. You gotta sell the one you've outgrown. You gotta transfer to places unknown. Well, all you gotta do is pick up the phone. Put number 1 to work for you. People who get things done.
We find more first homes, move more people into bigger homes, and help more people on the move than any other real estate team.
Put number 1 to work for you. Century 21.
Thursday, the men from Wildside are playing hardball.
Looks like the Chamber of Commerce of Wildside is going on another hunting trip.
And they'll give you 5 good reasons to stay on the good side of the men from Wildside at 8, 7 Central, Thursday.
91 Bravo, proceeding on rescue training mission.
One weekend a month, you can take off for the beach, the mountains, or a drive in the country in the Army Reserve.
Subject spotted. All that you can be.
It's no picnic, but it's the kind of excitement no other weekend offers.
Mission completed. We're heading home.
And you'll still have 3 weekends a month to take off on your own.
Find your future in the Army Reserve.
Experience the quick response and smooth performance of Exxon Extra, our highest octane unleaded premium gasoline ever. Its extra boost of octane quiets the knocks, silences the pings for extra smooth performance. Exxon Extra, quality you can count on.
Action News tonight at 6.
Well, we've been very lucky. It was a bit of a wet beginning on the day as it rained about 1:30 this afternoon. But since that little light shower, we have had no rain. And for the players, at least, the conditions are very nice. Doug Flutie has the edge, though he has really hasn't had to do all that much scrambling, and his passing work today has been efficient. Not spectacular, but efficient.
I think that's why he has the edge, because they haven't put the pressure on him. On the other side, John Reeves has had pressure because of great defensive play by the New Jersey Generals.
John having put it up 23 times in the first half of play. A ball game that has had good pace in it. And Tampa Bay will be kicking off to the New Jersey Generals. And Andrusician will hit it toward Donnell Daniel and Rod Pagee. And it's Daniel. At the 3, the second half is on. 14-7, New Jersey. And Daniel wiggles out of there and gets an extra 3 yards on his second effort out to about the 23-yard line. And New Jersey's offensive alignment will start out as we saw it in the early going, and we see the halftime stats.
When you look at these stats, things are relatively close. You see that, of course, New Jersey has been controlling the game on its rushing. Tampa Bay playing mostly from behind, well, always from behind in this ball game, having to put the ball in the air quite a bit. Each team with 1 turnover.
From the 23, first down. Herschel Walker, big first half, and they start the second half with him. But he'll get it to most a yard on that carry. Mike Butler is there to greet him, the big guy out of Kansas.
Keith, I had mentioned that the offensive line for New Jersey probably will come into the second half not being as tired into the ball game. The reason being that when a quarterback scrambles behind the line of scrimmage, all those big guys have to do a lot of running around and pick up those people blocking. Much more tired in the ball game when you play that way.
Second down, still 10 from the 23. Walker again, out to the 27. Again, it's Mike Butler, who apparently has made up his mind that where Herschel goeth, so goeth me, or thee, or I, or something.
Well, Mike Butler played in Green Bay for 6 years. A good defensive end. He came in this ball game hungry. He wanted to stop Herschel. Wanted to make sure the ground attack didn't get started. Unfortunately, it has.
Third down and a long 6. Out of the shotgun. They got a hold of Flutie, and they're going to get him back at the 25. It was Butler and Mike Clark, the two defensive ends, so Mike Butler makes 3 successive defensive plays for Tampa Bay. And the Generals will have to kick it away now. And again, the wind would appear to be at the back of Rick Partridge, but this is an enclosed stadium. And when the wind is blowing straight in like that over the top, it tends to swirl around. So sometimes the punter is the victim of that swirling wind. His first 2 kicks today were 30 and 32 yards. Bruce Vaughn is the beat man for Tampa Bay.
First thing you'll have to do, Keith, is get it up there high enough for it to be effective.
Right.
His other punts have been rather low, not very good.
There are 10 Bandits up on the front. This snap is good. And he gets it out, and this time he hits it well. It's his best kick of the game. And a fair catch is called back at the 35-yard line by Vaughn. 40-yard punt. And they give him a mark out just beyond the 36. So it's Tampa Bay's first offensive possession of the third quarter.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Introducing your ultimate weapon against athlete's foot. New footwork.
The pain and itch of athlete's foot can drive you crazy. But now there's footwork.
Footwork works 2 ways. It cures the pain and itch of athlete's foot, then prevents its return.
Footwork, your ultimate weapon against athlete's foot.
Get new footwork now. Cures the pain and itch of athlete's foot, prevents its return.
Saturday, undefeated welterweight champ Donald Curry tangles with slugging James Hard Rock Green in a junior middleweight bout live. Also, pro pairs skating greats go head-to-head on ABC's Wide World of Sports Saturday.
Next Sunday on our presentation of USFL, the Baltimore Stars will be in Houston under the Dome against the Gamblers. That'll be a dandy. The Gamblers are leading Portland 13-3 at halftime. Buford Jordan has not played for Portland, and Baltimore's gone ahead of Birmingham 3-0 in the mud and rain in Baltimore. This is Gary Anderson carrying over the left side, and he picks up about 3.5 yards. Marcus Quinn, one of the new Bandits right now with Tim Brandt.
That also is one of the best defensive series the Bandits have had. What adjustments did you make? I'm going to tell you right off the bat that Walter Broughton said you guys were playing soft in the corners in the first half.
Yes, but no, not necessarily. We wasn't really playing soft. The adjustment we did make was our OQ defense. We put sort of 2 strong safeties on the field, and we could cover the outside through the boot and then up the middle.
Okay, thank you.
And Gary Anderson now, on a second successive carry, gets it across the 40 to the 42. So John Reeves and company will be looking at 3rd down and 4. John Preston on that last tackle. Anderson pretty quiet so far.
Gary Anderson is a key weapon in this offensive attack for the Bandits, and we have not heard a lot from him in the first half. But coming out in the first possession of the second half, he has carried both times.
It's about 4.5 yards on third down. Reeves to Harvey, the tight end. He pulls it in and makes the catch just beyond the 35 of New Jersey. So he is having a big day.
Well, that time, Keith, he makes a catch over John Preston, number 25. John Preston playing underneath as he has been all day, but this time there was no one over the top. No one for John Reeves to worry about. He lays this one out, and Marvin Harvey goes down low to pick it up. Big catch for the tight end.
I don't know why I felt it, because I'm certainly no expert when it comes to this. But having seen New Jersey's defense, I just felt the tight end was available in this particular offensive alignment, and he's gone now for 106 yards on 6 catches. 110 yards on 6 catches. Reeves back on first down. This time he goes for Spencer Jackson, and he's got it. Down around the 17, right in front of Donnell Daniel.
I think you're getting a lot more man-to-man coverage, and John Reeves has to find the best matchup. Now, you talk about going to your tight end. Marvin Harvey, the big tight end, who is 6'3", 225, was being covered by John Preston, who's 6 feet, 205. It's a mismatch. If it's a tight coverage, you throw a little bit higher, let that big tight end go up for it.
Jackson now with 4 catches for 90 yards. And the Bandits starting to threaten now as Anderson goes around the right side, turns the corner, and gets something out of the play. The crashing linebacker was picked off by somebody in there. I couldn't tell who it was that picked him off, which gave Anderson a chance to go on around the corner and pick up about 4 yards.
Well, you take a look at it. You see
Probably Boone,
Boone getting out in front, turning the corner, looking for the first man on the outside to block him, to free Gary Anderson. He gives him a little opening, and Gary slices to the outside to pick up about 4 yards, but the defense did a very good job of just stringing it out, cutting off the field.
Second down, the ball just inside the 14 of New Jersey. Reeves to the end zone, intended for Harvey, and it's incomplete. John Preston was covering, fell down. The pass was simply too high. That was a free one if Reeves hadn't thrown the ball too high.
And if he got a little bit lower, his tight end was in position to make the catch, even with Preston staying on his feet. Ball going over Preston's head. Preston would not have had a chance to make a play on the ball, would have had to try and strip the tight end.
In case you're wondering about Eric Trevelyan, he's played a few plays, but he has a very sore knee. They don't want him to play any more than they have to play. It's third down and 6. Harvey, the tight end, had it on his hands and lost it on contact with Kerry Justin, and it'll bring up a 4th down. Looks to me like that was a ball that John should have zipped in there.
Well, he should have zipped it in there, but, well, you look right there, he looks pretty wide open. Harvey just bobbled the ball, didn't hang on to it. He would not have picked up the first down had he made the catch anyway. You also had Gary Anderson working one-on-one with a linebacker. But today, Keith, I'm very impressed in the pass coverage of the New Jersey Generals. They have been playing close and tight all afternoon.
31-yard field goal try now by Zenon Androsian. He tried one in the first quarter on the first possession from 36 and hit the left upright. This one is no good from 31 yards. So Androsian, who was 4 for 4 in field goals coming into this ball game, has now missed 2 in a row.
Hi. I spent 3 months a year living out of a suitcase. So, I always stay at a Quality or Comfort Inn. They give me the same room and service as the other big lodging chains, but for less money. I just call toll-free to make reservations for all my business trips and even family vacations.
Daddy, are we there yet?
Just dial 800-228-5151. Make the quality choice and see how affordable quality lodging can be.
soon, this place will be jumping. People will stuff themselves with hot dogs and hot tacos. And that can give them heartburn.
Boy, if I were home, I'd take some Pepto.
Oh, you could still take Pepto. Portable Pepto.
When heartburn or upset stomach hits, fight back with Pepto-Bismol. The soothing effectiveness that's in Pepto-Bismol liquid is also in Pepto-Bismol tablets. When you need relief, don't forget portable Pepto tablets. Now, who says you can't take it with you?
This is Ford Tempo, the forward-thinking car that outsells every import in America. And when you take advantage of Tempo's new low 8.8% finance rate, you also get to take advantage of Tempo's front-wheel drive, advanced aerodynamic design, and precise handling. And that's a very intelligent offer on Ford Tempo, the forward-thinking car. Have you driven the best-built American cars? Have you driven a Ford lately?
Well, the trenchermen for Tampa Bay's offense resting on the bench now. They've been doing their job, but just somewhere along the way there's been a breakdown in each offensive possession except for the one which carried him to a touchdown. Having missed 2 field goals from 36 and 31 is unusual for Zenon Andrusician. And New Jersey coming to the attack now. And the ball is moved out to about the 23 as you see Birmingham has come back to lead Baltimore 7-3 in the fourth quarter.
Sounds like it's all defense.
And 3 touchdown passes for Bobby Hebert. That ball game is in Memphis.
The left, flip-flop!
Kelly relatively quiet in the first half. 2nd down, 7. Flutie rolls it out. Well, he got one very good block and was able to pick up something out of it. Number 58, Kent Hall, the center, came over and threw a solid block on number 79, Mike Clark. And Clark is having a little trouble getting himself together and getting back into a standing posture. He really took a lick, and he's shaken up on the play. Looks like it might be his left knee.
One of the big dangers when you're rushing like this and you've got linemen running around trying to pick up a block, you're going to get some attacks like there. He hits him from the side. He looks like he just falls on his knee. It didn't buckle. It looks like he just fell on it if it's his knee. The way he's holding his arm, looks like it might be his shoulder, his left shoulder.
Clark comes out of there, and the big old center from Mississippi State has a mark on the plus side, doesn't he? Mike Morgan goes in to replace the injured Clark, and it's 3rd down and 3 for New Jersey. Flutie slips, loses some momentum, now wiggles around and dives, and he is short of the first down. Well, they pinned him in all right, but he almost wiggled loose anyhow.
Looked like one of the players, number 68, Fred Nordgren, when Flutie was running by, just reached up and grabbed him by the shoelaces, slowed him up, and eventually pulled him down.
Partridge into punt. Vaughn deep for Tampa Bay. Bruce standing back near the 35. Parker's last punt was a 40-yarder. Gets this one up and forces a fair catch because of the hang time, and Vaughn fumbles the ball, but looks as if he covered it all right at the 36-yard line. That'll go as a 36-yard punt, and no return with 7:13 to go in the third quarter.
No, it's not easy fielding these balls when you hear a lot of people thundering around you. But fortunately, he got a good piece of it on the first attempt at catching the punt.
There's a penalty flag back around the 30-yard line, apparently an infraction on the punting team. It's been indicated against New Jersey, and they are now inquiring with the Tampa Bay people as to whether or not they want to have them re-kick. I would think so.
I think they will. Actually, I said I think they will after I saw one of the guys signal, we'll take the penalty. Well, you know, you try to take advantages where you can sometimes, Keith.
The nature of the beast.
eligible downfield on the kicking team.
Ball comes back inside the 24, and Partridge now will stand at the 10, 3 steps, and hit it around the 14. Snap is low. Again, good height on the ball. Vaughn has a little room. And Bruce Vaughn returns it back across the 40 up to about the 42. So once again, Partridge getting good height on his punt at 6:49 to play third quarter. Tampa Bay has good field position.
We weren't planning to go to Midas on our honeymoon, but we didn't have much choice. The brakes on my old Camaro were making a terrible noise, so we pulled into Midas and showed them my guarantee.
And now you're Pat Fitzsimmons?
I am. Used to be. Midas fixed the brakes right away, and because of the guarantee, the brake shoes were free. I guess something always goes wrong on your wedding day. It's a good thing we could go to Midas. Trust the Midas touch.
Dinner X versus Head & Shoulders.
On this side, I can feel a tingling sensation, and this side, there's not much happening.
Look what you used.
Denerex.
Unlike Head & Shoulders, Denerex adds an extra anti-itch medicine and conditioner, too.
Goodbye, Head & Shoulders. Hello, Denerex.
Bill Evans can't breathe. Would you try Dristan long-lasting nasal spray?
I'll try anything.
Can you breathe now?
Yeah, I think so.
Prove it. Prove it to yourself. Dristan goes to work in seconds, lasts all day.
Dave and Matty take a ride on the Murder Express.
Don't touch that man. You don't know where he's been.
Bet you can't guess who done it.
Who?
Take a stab. Moonlighting Tuesday at 10/9 Central.
See a lot of the folks sort of bundled up today. It's not really that cold, but the weather forecast included some light rain this afternoon and possibly some light snow late in the day or early in the evening. But so far we have had very little rain and no sign of snow as yet. And this is what the two teams have been doing so far. They've got Trevelyan now in the lineup for Tampa Bay. On this first down play, just outside their own 41. New Jersey leading 14-7.
He's calling an audible at the line of scrimmage.
He's got Trevelyan down the middle. And Eric's got a first down as he goes to the New Jersey 42-yard line.
Eric Trevelyan caught the pass, tried to duck under the tackle of John Preston, number 25. John Preston was able to grab him and wrestle him down to the ground. They missed having John Preston in the ball game last week. He is a strong safety, and he's one of the toughest hitters back there in the secondary. He had a bruised foot against the LA Express, was not available when they played the game against the Baltimore Stars. Now he's back in the lineup.
Reeves turns and gives to Boone, and Greg Boone, who has not carried the ball very much today, moves for a rather decent pickup there down near the 35. That's the defensive unit for Tampa Bay.
Primarily the linebackers and the secondary getting some instructions, some adjustments, going back into the ball game.
Second down and 5, short 5. Boone again slips, loses his balance, but still comes close to the first down. And once again, we've got some tempers amongst the big guys in the trenches.
Looked like he picked it up, Keith, but it depends on where they mark the ball.
He's close. They'll have to measure it.
Yeah.
It'll either be third and very short, or be for first and 10.
Keith, I had mentioned the fact that this league seems like a young quarterback league with all the talent that's here. Doug Flutie, Jim Kelly, Steve Young. Bernie Kosar, who is the quarterback for the University of Miami, has made himself available for the draft this year, foregoing 2 years of eligibility at that school. And this week, general manager for the Orlando Renegades, who have his right. And I'm sure he will probably wait until the NFL draft before he makes this decision. But that'll be a story we'll follow as this USFL season continues.
He wants to go to Cleveland, but Houston has the ticket right now.
Jim Kelly said he wouldn't play for USFL earlier, and he's playing for Houston Gamblers right now.
It's 3rd and inches. Reeves is going to throw it, going big with it for Trevelyan. And they shut him out of there, and E.T. puts up a squawk.
Sure, look at you.
Gregory Johnson, the principal defender, and it'll bring up 4th down and inches, and obviously they had planned from the outset to go for it.
That's excellent coverage on a team level by the secondary of the Generals. You've got the corner, number 27, Gregory Johnson at free safety, and Jerry Holmes, the cornerback. He just squeezed Trevelyan on the inside. Holmes would have picked him up if he had come more to the outside. Johnson did a great job not allowing him just to drift inside to make a catch.
It's 4th and inches. Anderson over the top, 1st down at the 29 of New Jersey.
Gary Anderson doing his version of Superman. Gets a good start here. We'll check his takeoff point. There's his. You use your thrust, get some speed. Use your legs for the power to just get in the air, and that speed carries you across.
And it's 1st down for Tampa Bay. They trail by 7, 14-7 at 4:15 to go 3rd quarter. Reeves sacked Donnell Daniel, number 23, strong safety. Loop from the outside. And Reeves is belted down back around the 38-yard line, and that is the 2nd time in the ball game they have nailed him.
Again, the fruits of a very good game plan laid out by their defensive coordinator, Dale Lindsey. Everybody at the line of scrimmage, blitzing, putting the pressure on them. You see the blocking up front. It collapses. Daniel coming in when the blitz, making the stop. Again, tight coverage by the secondary, man-to-man coverage. Reeves can't get the ball away fast enough.
2nd down at about 18. And he goes again. He wanted to swing the ball out to the safety valve, Gary Anderson, when he looked downfield and saw everybody covered. But when he looked out to Anderson, there was a red shirt between them. And by the time he got back to looking downfield again, Frank Mattias had him.
Well, it's number 47, John Joyce, was a linebacker who had tight coverage on Gary Anderson. Gary Anderson flared to the outside, and instead of just waiting downfield, John Joyce came up and attacked, allowing Frank Mattias, number 75, more time in his pass rush to bring down Reeves for the sack.
And so it's 3rd down now. The ball is back on the 43. They've got to go to the 19. And the pass intended for Harvey is almost picked off by John Preston.
Keith, this is not the same defense we saw last week.
Nope, it's not.
This defense is playing aggressively. They're playing smart football. The game plan is the best I've seen so far in this very young season. Preston, coming back from his injury, has been playing tight coverage all day. The line putting pressure on Reeves. They've thrown the timing off just enough to make the big plays.
Of course, Baltimore just swelled up last week and hammered at him, too. So, a little difference in the two teams. Andrusician hits it for the corner and knocks it out down around the 11 or 12. They'll mark him at the 11. So it's a good kick by Zeno at 3:12 to go 3rd quarter. And the Generals will go to work after a penalty.
In all the universe, there's never been anything like the new size Chevy Astro. Chevy Astro stands alone with the only V6 available in a van. Vortec V6 power that rivals a V8 and the highest towing capacity available, up to 5,000 pounds, in a size that fits your garage. When it comes to new ideas in vans, nothing works like a Chevy van.
You can't have it all. Who says you can't love your work and leave it too? Who says you can't taste it all without it telling on you? Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can.
Michelob Light. Super premium taste in a less filling beer.
Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Have it all.
On the Pro Bowlers Tour next Saturday here on ABC at 3 Eastern and Pacific, 2 Central, Dale Eagle defends his championship of Baltimore, Maryland. Top money winners on the tour this year. Pete Weber's picked up 2 wins, Marshall Holman and Mike Albee. But the defender in Baltimore next Saturday will be Dale Eagle. Well, they refused the ineligible man downfield on the kick coverage, electing to take the ball at their own 11-yard line. First down.
I think it was a mistake. I think they should have had him repunt the ball, but it's history now.
Flutie on first down to throw it. To Walker. Warren Hanna comes across in front, the right quarterback, and almost picked it off.
Keith, my opinion, that is a poorly conceived play and a bad choice, because Herschel Walker could be down there someday picking up his teeth and his brains, because look at the cornerback here driving on Herschel Walker. If he decides not to go for the ball, he takes Herschel's head off right there.
Crowd of 41,079 who in and on over it. That's a pretty good crowd on this kind of day with all the other attractions at hand. In fact, it's a very good crowd. On 2nd and 10, Carthen is slowed up and then tackled by Harrell, but James Harrell needs a little help from Mike Morgan to put him down. I tell you, these old bones on a cold morning remembers all that whacking and cracking and grunting going down in the trenches, huh? Speaking of guys that are whacking and cracking, how about John Joyce with Tim Brandt?
Oh, Keith, he is playing a heck of a game. It looks like you're trying to take advantage of the feet that aren't so quick anymore of Reeves.
Yeah, John Reeves isn't a real mobile guy. He doesn't move around real well, so we're trying to blitz him, get some pressure on him, and they're having trouble with their protection picking us up, so we're getting after him pretty good so far.
Looks like more man, too, John.
A lot of man coverage with the blitzes. A lot.
All right, Keith.
Thank you. Spread them out now on 3rd down and 9. Flutie. Ball is loose. Tampa Bay has it.
Bruce Vaughn.
Touchdown. Bruce Vaughn got it.
Oh, Keith, my heart. Please be still. Fred Nordgren, number 68, came in and just had the most open shot I have ever seen on Doug Flutie. Number 77, Mike Butler, is back in the ball game, but bruised his shoulder just a little bit, had gone upfield and was engaged in the block. You see Fred Nordgren right there coming free, and he just makes a shot. Doug Flutie doesn't even see him coming. Causes the fumble. Tampa Bay touchdown.
Well, the offense is having its trouble, so the defensive guys went out and scored 6 themselves. Watch this thing squirting around now. It looked like New Jersey might get it back, but now Vaughn comes into the picture and tumbles into the end zone and in position for the kick.
I was sorry for screaming on the play, but the hit just shocked me so much, Keith, I couldn't help it.
He really popped him.
Oh.
Kick is good. And at 2:13 to go in the 3rd quarter, we're all even at 14.
I'll tell you one thing, Keith. If Doug Flutie were an 11 or 12-year veteran of this league or professional football, this might be a retirement shot.
It was a whack.
Oh.
He apparently is all right, though. He got up and ran out off the field.
Well, that's what people have been talking about since Doug came into the league. He was going to take a few shots like that. And when we come back, we'll see how he responds to it.
The enemy. Rain. A mere 1/8 inch can float your car off the road. Thus the rationale for Vector, Goodyear's unique all-season radial. So advanced, its crisscross tread actually pumps away water to help more tire and your car stay on the road. The Goodyear Vector. It simply performs like no other tire in the world.
Now that I know that the cost of tuition isn't going to sideline my college plans, I can really enjoy my last year of high school.
Introducing the new GI Bill and the new Army College Fund. If you qualify, you can sign up now, join in July, and earn over $25,000 for college while you serve America.
All that you can be.
Find out more about the new GI Bill and the new Army College Fund from your Army recruiter.
Find your future in the Army.
Next Sunday, the Baltimore Stars, led by rushing great Kelvin Bryant, collide with quarterback sensation Jim Kelly and the Houston Gamblers, live at 2:30 Eastern on the USFL.
Well, Doug Flutie didn't flinch. He took the punishment, trotted off the field, and immediately went into conference with his coaches. I can tell you right now, he's tough. I saw West Virginia beat on him last year, and he hung right in there and made a game, 21-20 ball game out of it. This is Donnell Daniel returning for the Generals, and it's a big one, all the way out to the 35-yard line.
Steve Carter was just standing there waiting, engaged in the block, and Donnell just kind of drifted into his territory so he could make the tackle. He had some real good blocking up in front.
Fourth quarter, it is still Birmingham 7, Baltimore 3. Joe Cribb scored from 10 yards out. They've got 14,529 setting in the rain at College Park. Ball just over the 35. Walker.
Easy.
He did not get back to the line of scrimmage. James Harrell, number 50, fired in to get him.
Well, the defensive unit of the Tampa Bay Bandits made their adjustments at halftime, continue to make their adjustments in the ball game, getting more people at the point of attack.
1:20 to go third quarter, 14-14 tie. They got him from behind, run down by Mike Butler. So the Tampa Bay defensive people now starting to harass him.
He's having a great ball game right now. Let's go down to the sideline where Tim Brand hits Fred Nordgren.
Well, I tell you, that play by Freddie was a motivator, too. Tell us about the hit on Flutie.
Well, we were playing a 4-down front, and the guard kind of set back inside. Flutie rolled out the other way, and I just kind of beat him around the outside and was able to make a clean shot at him without him seeing me.
All right, Fred. Keith?
And they go to the shotgun now on 3rd down and 12. To Collins on the sidelines, intercepted by Vaughn. Bruce Vaughn having a big day. Returns it to the New Jersey 43-yard line with 36 seconds to go in the third quarter and a penalty flag. He got a flag thrown back around the 28-yard line.
Shifting winds of a high-flying football game, Keith.
Defense is flagged for a face mask.
Now the question is, was it before the interception or after the interception?
Wesley Ward will tell us.
Well, I'm watching Marcus Quinn, number 40, walk slowly back to the center of the football field. The New Jersey offense is staying. So guess what? It was before the pickoff.
Face mask, number 76 on the defense, 3rd down.
So that is a big call. It wipes out a Tampa Bay interception. They had possession on the New Jersey 43. Had all kinds of momentum going for them after the defense had scored that touchdown. But now the Generals get the ball back, or at least they keep it, and it's 3rd down and 6.
Some confusion out there, Keith. The defense could not get set. They were confused as to what they should line up in and how they're going to play the offense. So Marcus Quinn quickly calls a timeout, save themselves making a mistake and giving away a 1st down.
You don't like to spend them at this point, but if you're looking disaster in the eye, you better do it.
That's for sure.
13-6, Houston over Portland now in the 4th quarter. So the Portland Breakers, and it's my understanding that Buford Jordan has not played in that ball game.
Buford Jordan is not playing.
They're playing with one hand without him, I'll tell you.
It's like a...
There's the Birmingham score we gave you a while ago. They're in the 4th quarter. And the Oakland setting on an 11-point lead over the Memphis Showboats. And there's the Houston-Portland score. Little touchdown and a 2-pointer, and Wacko.
As official supplier to the league.
From the 39 now, New Jersey 3rd down and a long 6. Flutie's pass is slapped down at the line of scrimmage. He was trying to get the ball over the line of scrimmage to Herschel Walker coming underneath. And he didn't throw it high enough.
Steve Spurrier told me that their defensive line is not the tallest in the world, and that if any of his players batted down a Doug Flutie pass, he might stop the ball game and have a ball ceremony, giving that player the game ball.
I'm not sure that didn't hit one of the New Jersey guys.
It might have.
Partridge in the punt. Bruce Vaughn is the
Partridge, 5th punt of the day. The last one was for 42 yards. That's not particularly good. It's so short that Vaughn couldn't get to it, and it takes a Tampa Bay bounce going straight sideways out of bounds, and the Bandits will have the ball first down at their own 34. That was a 26-yard kick.
Well, now we get a chance to see if the offensive team of Tampa Bay has picked up any at all. They have not been able to move the ball in the second half. It was their defense that came up with a big play scoring the touchdown.
Keep in mind that New Jersey has never beaten Tampa Bay. They played 3 times. Once in an exhibition game and twice in the regular season. Probably the last play of the 3rd quarter. Gary Anderson with it. Well, he's having a tough day. He gets 1 yard on that carry before Mattias brings him down, and the 3rd quarter is over. We've got a 14-14 tie after 3 periods of play. And the USFL, the Tampa Bay Bandits and New Jersey Generals, continues after this message and a word from our local station.
Beautiful cars are still part of the American dream, but keeping them perfectly beautiful isn't always easy. That's why DuPont developed a computerized system with 25,000 paint formulas to help body shops match your car's original color. So while DuPont paint makes new cars beautiful, DuPont technology makes them beautiful again. And again. DuPont, better things for better living.
Whatever kind of car you drive, you want all the performance it has to offer. Fill it with Shell SU2000 Super Unleaded. SU2000 is a patented high-octane performance gasoline designed for smooth, quiet power. And it fights critical engine deposits that can cause knock. Turn your car into an SU2000 performer. Get Shell SU2000 Super Unleaded gasoline.
Chopper 6. It goes anywhere, anytime, to cover a story faster than ever before. Chopper 6. It's in the air everywhere. Chopper 6. It covers all the news, all day, every day. Chopper 6.
I was spending big bucks sending big envelopes overnight express till I discovered Percolator Courier's Percolator.
Purolator Courier's Purolator.
Yeah, they don't charge extra for extra weight, so no matter how much paper you stuff in a Purpolator.
Purolator?
And no matter how much it weighs, it's still only $11.75.
People remember our low-priced Purolator's and Purapacks, but they have a little trouble with our name.
Thanks, Populator.
Purolator.
If you want to save money and get great service, remember Purolator Courier.
For people concerned about the cost of getting from one point to another, Eastern Airlines announces a way to make ends meet with Eastern's new Super Saver fares. Now fly from Philadelphia to New Orleans for only $89 or to Los Angeles, Ontario for only $129. In fact, all our low Super Saver fares are between $89 and $129. There's a cancellation penalty and you have to buy tickets 30 days in advance. So if you really want to make ends meet, call Eastern or your travel agent and get complete details.
Canadians-Flyers game tonight at 7.
The USFL on ABC. Today's game brought to you by Chevrolet. See today's Chevy, drive today's Chevy, live today's Chevy. And by Michelob Light, super premium taste. In a less filling beer, you can have it all. And we go to the 4th quarter of play in a 14-14 tie with a crowd of 41,079. Ricky Williams in at running back now, replacing Gary Anderson. They're retaping Anderson's right ankle. Lob pass to the sidelines for Trevelyan. He's got the ball. He did not step out of bounds. It's a foot race to the end zone. Sore leg and all, he scores.
Joyce said it when he talked to Tim Brandt earlier in the ball game. A lot more blitzing, trying to put pressure on John Reeves. We told you that was the game plan coming into this ball game. And when you play that kind of defense, it's man-to-man coverage. He beats that's Kerry Justin, straight up on the sideline. Now watch his balance, watching the sideline, clearly in bounds. And now it's a foot race, heading for the middle of the field. More room to run. Eric Trevelyan limps into the end zone for the big touchdown.
64 yards on the play, and Tampa Bay is in the lead for the first time in the game. There was one of those feet don't fail me now runs, wasn't it?
I got 20 miles to go.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. So it's a 21-14 lead for Tampa Bay on the first play of the fourth quarter.
Let's take another look. Eric Trevelyan, top receiver for the Bandits, coming into this ball game, had 23 catches for 332 yards and 4 touchdowns. He adds his 5th touchdown on the season. When you have someone with his talent who can strike from anywhere in the football field, you need to keep him in the ball game. He has not played a lot of the ball game this afternoon. That's as close as he came to that sideline. Receivers going downfield, making tough catches near the sideline, in the end zone. So you always be aware where those boundaries are. It should be second nature to them to feel that sideline. You see John Reeves not having a bad day on the afternoon, under a lot of pressure, is elated at the success of this play.
Daniel and Segues will lead the deep people now for the New Jersey Generals as Tampa Bay kicks off. A lot of yards, 314, but
catch-up football.
Yep.
Most of it. Yep. But I think it also points out that they do have the ability to come from behind in the passing attack and make something happen. New Jersey only had 55 yards in their passing attack after 3 quarters of play.
From the 7, Segues. And he's down at the 25. Walter Holman, the bandit that brought him down. Well, next Sunday we'll have the Houston Gamblers and the Baltimore Stars. And the Stars may be about to get beat today by a tough Birmingham crowd.
From the score, it indicates that it's a very defensive-oriented football game. Vince Tobin is the defensive coordinator of the Baltimore Stars, and he'll have his hands full trying to cover the run-and-shoot offense behind the arm of Jim Kelly.
They may be getting Ricky Sanders back sometime soon, too. Knee injury. On first down, they go to Herschel Walker. And Walker runs for 5 out to the 30.
I think at this point we should take note that the game plan offensively for New Jersey has not failed them. Herschel Walker has been playing outstanding. They moved the ball down the field, and they've really only hurt themselves on a couple of times of big plays by the Tampa Bay defense. But now in the fourth quarter, they have to score much faster.
There we go.
Walker again, and he's a yard short of the first down. We've got a final score now. Birmingham has defeated Baltimore 7-3. Eric Trevelyan, who has put Tampa Bay into the lead over New Jersey, 21-14 with Tim Brandt now.
Keith, when you say Eric gives him a limp leg today, he means it literally. Tell me about, you could feel the sideline. They were man coverage?
Yeah, he kind of forced me out on a little fade route, but I jumped in the ball to give me a little bit more sideline room, and it carried me right to the sideline, so I had to cut back across the field.
You know your leg could get you in?
I thought it could, but it was a little questionable there.
Maurice Carthen fighting for the first down, and he's going to come up short on third down. So it'll be fourth down and very short.
Number 51, Kelly Kirchbaum, the young man wearing the microphone in his helmet this afternoon, and James Harrell, number 50, were the 2 players responsible for the tackle.
They'll punt it. The Generals will punt it. I think. At least they've got Partridge in the ball game. They're a half a yard short. So with that win, 7-3 over Baltimore, the Stars drop to 1-3-1, while Birmingham is assured of retaining a share of first place. Their record is now 4-1.
The defensive coach, I'm sure, has reminded that defensive unit of the Tampa Bay Bandits that it is a short distance for a first down. Do not even look for a punt. Expect them to come with a fake punt. And if they do, stop it at all costs. Don't get caught off guard.
Well, Clarence Harmon is the man assigned as the protector for the punter. He, of course, is a running back. Well, it looks like they're going to punt. Parker's best kick of the day. All the way back to the 15 goes Bruce Vaughn. And he's down at the 16. Good kick coverage downfield by Maurice Clemens. It was a 50-yard punt for Rick Parker. So Tampa Bay's got the ball back with 12:25 to play.
Introducing your ultimate weapon against athlete's foot. New footwork.
The pain and itch of athlete's foot can drive you crazy. But now there's footwork.
Footwork works two ways. It cures the pain and itch of athlete's foot, then prevents its return.
Footwork, your ultimate weapon against athlete's foot.
Get new footwork now. Cures the pain and itch of athlete's foot, prevents its return.
You're about to see what may be the most dependable film laboratory in the world. A lab that develops pictures not in hours, but in seconds. That makes taking great pictures almost foolproof. That delivers your pictures right to you, anywhere in the world. And where can you find this lab? Right in the palm of your hand. Polaroid instant cameras.
Introducing the head coach of the Memphis Showboats, Pepper Rogers.
We're going to win this football game somehow. I don't know how, but somehow we're going to do it. And let's go out and play. That's what I say. We all get paid when we play. Don't we? Do we get paid to play? Yes. What, we play for nothing? No. You're wrong.
The preceding message was furnished by the United States Football League.
The Tampa Bay Bandits coming from 14-7 at halftime to lead 21-14, and the reason for it is that.
On the second half, Tampa Bay has possessed the ball on this is their fourth possession, and New Jersey has had 5 possessions.
But unproductive. First down from the 16 as Anderson has his right ankle retaped. And
there's a fumble, I think, Keith.
Looks like it.
Players are indicating it.
It is New Jersey's football.
Well.
Oh, the old turnover in football is as bad as a base on ball.
Yes, it is. And deep in Tampa Bay's own territory, number 37, Jerry Holmes, comes up with the Gary Anderson fumble. We'll take a look. Gary Anderson had his ankle taped. It's bothering him somewhat. The handoff was good. He comes into the line. Looks like someone just, not thus on arm. Looked like one of his own players may have just reached back and knocked it out of his hand.
Oh, it is from the 18 that New Jersey goes to work. First down, Flutie throws, sideline pattern. Pass is caught by Broughton, and contact was made at about the 14. Just inside the 14.
Steve Spurrier shaking his head, just can't believe what a bad break he received there. Take another look. The receiver can get up, but you see there the contact being made by number 20, Warren Hanna.
Gain of about 5. Walker drops it. Tampa may have it.
Tampa does have it.
You're right.
Number 26, Dwayne Anderson, coming up from a strong safety position. Initially to force the run back inside. but because of a very hard pitch by Doug Flutie, and Herschel Walker was so close to him, it was just too hot to handle. Right here, you see it. He's lunging when he tosses that ball. And the ball just comes so hard at Herschel in the direct line, he can't handle it, causing the fumble.
11:06 to play in the ball game as the teams exchange fumbles.
Is this real? Memorex audio tape and Memorex videotape. You'll forever wonder, is it live or is it Memorex?
Just before his trip, Art Price checked his engine for any problems, but there was one he couldn't see.
The fan belt. Even this morning, no mechanic could have seen it would break, because today's engine belts don't usually show signs of wear. But after 4 years, even the best belts can go anytime. Is your car 4 years old or older? Change the belts and ask for Gates, because nobody knows more about belts.
When do you say L.A.?
I love to sing at parties. I sing 4 or 5 songs. If they complain, I sing 38. I sing all night. I say L.A. at parties. It's a great-tasting premium beer from Anheuser-Busch with half the alcohol. Sometimes it's the perfect thing to say. Great idea. With L.A., I'm always ready to do my yodeling finish.
Are you ready, George?
She kidding. I've been ready for 88 years. I'm ready.
L.A., sometimes it's the perfect thing to say.
Well, the Heisman Trophy winners hook up in a mistake. The 3rd turnover for New Jersey. And that one may be very expensive. Tampa Bay with the ball at their own 18, leading 21-14 with 11 minutes to play.
A real bad mistake, especially having such great field position. They could have turned this game around, tied it up.
Reeves goes for Carter, comes back to the ball. He's loose, and he's fast.
And I believe he might be gone. No, he's out of bounds.
Shoved out of bounds. If he'd gone on toward the corner, I think he might have made it, but he turned back to the sideline, and they shoved him out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Gregory Johnson saved the touchdown.
Steve Spurrier, just before the game, told me that he thought Carter was an excellent receiver, great speed and excellent hands, but given a little time, the young man would come around. Now, this is an underthrow. Underthrows can be a great offensive weapon. He was covered very well by Kerry Justin, but Justin had his back to the quarterback and couldn't receive the ball. Could not see the ball at all. Reeves goes back, he puts it in the air. The receiver, Carter, is looking back the whole time. Makes the adjustment by coming back, slowing up. Now he has open field and some room to run.
Play goes for 74 yards, and it's 1st and goal Tampa Bay at the New Jersey 8. Trevelyan is in there. They give it to Boone, and Boone coming to the right. Puts his helmet down and goes after it, and he gets it around the 5, maybe inside the 5. He's tough. Jerry Holmes made the hit. Jerry is a rangy sort of a fellow, 6'3", 170. Boone is 5'9", 195, and does not mind taking a lick.
Jerry Holmes is just tall and skinny is what he is. But it doesn't stop him from being very aggressive and playing tight coverage.
Kelly has just thrown a touchdown pass to Baruch for Houston. It's now 20-6 Gamblers over the Portland Breakers in the 4th quarter. Boone in the middle. Pounds his way down to about the 2-yard line.
Okay, got a lot of people.
What amazing that New Jersey could beat Philadelphia twice last year, but they have never been able to beat Tampa Bay. Trevelyan comes out. Price is in. Anderson goes back in. And you've got the double tight end alignment now as Anderson goes in motion. Reeves stands up, gets it away just before he gets clobbered. And on 3rd down, well, I guess some folks call it second guessing, but I don't like that phrase.
Well, it's kind of a strange call. I mean, they had Gary Anderson on the outside going out in motion.
He had double covered.
And he was covered. They had a little delay route working to the tight end, Marvin Harvey. He slipped out and looked like Reeves tried to wait for Harvey to come through the crowd and lay it over the defensive lineman.
Zenon Andrusician is in there now, Swanee, to try a 20-yard field goal. This is a very big point right here. Got it. He had missed 2 from 36 and 31 yards, but now he hits from 20 and builds it to a 10-point lead, 24-14 with 9:47 to play in the ball game.
In all the universe, there's never been anything like the new size Chevy Astro.
Chevy Astro.
The new size Chevy Astro stands alone with a brilliant new world of cockpit instrumentation, available roof console, and modular seating available for up to 8. Room no new size van can beat.
Chevy Astro.
When it comes to new ideas in vans, nothing works like a Chevy van.
Jack Rafferty proves you just can't tell.
The fellas that I work with are pretty perceptive. They don't miss too much. No one had picked up the fact that the gray was gone from my hair. It was that simple. No one realized I was using the Grecian Formula 16. It was so gradual. The Grecian has a natural look about it. It's not a dye, it's a clear liquid. The questions most asked by the fellas at work were, what are you doing? You working out? Are you losing weight? And unless I told them I was using the Grecian Formula 16, they never would have guessed.
Grecian Formula 16. You just can't tell who's using it.
Next Sunday, the Baltimore Stars, led by rushing great Kelvin Bryant, collide with quarterback sensation Jim Kelly and the Houston Gamblers, live at 2:30 Eastern on the USFL.
The Generals trailing by 10 to Tampa Bay now, as they've come up with a big play here in the second half to forge a 10-point lead after trailing 14-7 at halftime. And the Generals are sort of rowing upriver because they got to go to Arizona next Saturday night. That won't be easy either. It's a short kickoff taken by Donnell Canyon. And he's still fighting about it, but he's up around the 30. Birmingham has defeated Baltimore 7-3. So the Stallions go to 4-1. The Stars drop to 1-3-1. And Oakland is going to beat Memphis 31-19 in that fourth quarter, and they must be getting late into the fourth quarter. So Oakland now will have a 3-1-1 record, while Memphis is going to drop to 3-2. And Houston has gone out to a 20-6 lead. The Gamblers, the only undefeated team remaining. And we'll see them next week against Baltimore in Houston. From the 31, Flutie sets up the throw on first down. Goes to Walker. Herschel caught it, but got pounded for it. Hit very hard at the 32 by Dwayne Anderson.
While Flutie was setting up to throw to Herschel, Dwayne was setting up to make his hit on Herschel Walker out of SMU. Read the play, saw it coming to Herschel, wanted to unload.
Flutie back, zips one. It's all slapped away by number 51, Kelly Kirchbaum. Trying to throw underneath the linebackers that time and couldn't do it. The New Jersey possessions here in the second half, the last 8 possessions they've had 5 punts, 2 fumbles, and 1 interception.
Split right. Very weak. Got a 4. Watch him coming out. Watch him on the short.
3rd and 9. Flutie zips it, and it's incomplete. Broughton had it for a moment. Hanna stripped him with the ball.
Well, Hanna did a great job coming off over the top of Broughton, stripping him of the football. You heard Kelly just before the play alerting his team to watch out for the short pass. He did a good job of covering it. It was open briefly. Flutie decided to go to Broughton. Right there, Warren Hanna makes the big play.
So on 4th down and 9, in comes Partridge, back goes Vaughn. And time, 8:42. Definitely the ally of Tampa Bay now. Good punt. a fair catch at the 25. So Tampa Bay's got the ball again. 10-point lead, 8:33 to play. 43-yard punt by Rick Partridge.
You need the right stuff to make it in the business world today. Companies have to change. At ITT, we've become a leaner company, more aggressive. We're putting more into high technology and strong, growing ITT businesses. At ITT, it's a different world today. Take another look at us.
You are looking at the most advanced shock absorber that Monroe has ever made. Gasmatic, so advanced that in testing, people preferred the Gasmatic ride 3-to-1 over conventional shocks.
The difference was dramatic in the control, the stability, and the comfort.
A ride so superior, if Gasmatics don't give you the best ride ever, we'll replace them no charge. Monroe Gasmatic shocks and struts for the best ride ever, guaranteed.
ABC's Wide World of Sports next Saturday at 4:30 Eastern and Pacific will feature undefeated welterweight champion Donald Curry. Donald's moving up in weight class.
We're going.
The junior middleweight, he takes on James Hard Rock Green. Live fight out in Dallas, Texas. It's always a dangerous thing, but Curry, the Cobra is something. Boy, he's a dandy. All right, Tampa Bay goes to work from its 25-yard line. Give the ball to Greg Boone, and Boone is caught and dragged down by Lynn Madsen, former Washington Husky. Penetrated, and Boone could never get to the outside. Give you an idea of how Reeves has spread his passing success around today. Harvey has caught 6 for 110, Jackson 4 for 90, Trevelyan 3 for 84, including that one big 64-yard touchdown play. Brodsky's had 2, Anderson 2, and Carter has caught 1 for 74 yards. Loss on the play of 3, second down and 13. Draw play to Boone. And Boone's out to the 29, where Madsen again brings him down.
The game plan for the New Jersey Generals, I think, Keith, has worked well for them defensively. Unfortunately, they gave up a couple of the big plays. Now, when you're applying that kind of pressure, blitzing quite a bit and playing man-to-man coverage, that's where you're going to get hurt. But their game plan has been solid all afternoon. It was the offensive, so far it's been the offense of the New Jersey Generals that made critical errors and mistakes when they've had opportunities to put points on the scoreboard.
Well, both teams have done pretty well on first down plays. Tampa Bay averaging 7.6 and New Jersey 4.5.
How we out here?
This is 3rd and 7. Ball is thrown short, intended for the tight end Harvey, and Preston had him covered like a weeping willow.
Broken up by John Preston.
Well, Portland has come back. 32-yard pass by Matt Robinson to Vince Williams, and it's now a 20-20 ball game. Well, Dick Corey, he finds a way. On 4th down, and position's punt is low. Daniel can't get to it as he angled it away from the New Jersey return man and knocked it out of bounds at the New Jersey 38. It was a 33-yard punt. We've got 6:36 to play in the game.
Who says you can't have it all? Who says you can't have the fast track and time for you? Who says you can't taste the good life and have it look good on you? Michelob Light, oh yes you can. Michelob Light, oh yes you can.
Michelob Light, super premium taste in a less filling beer.
Michelob Light, oh yes you can. Have it all.
Don't lose your cool. Put your throat on nice.
Ice for a sore throat?
Nice. Showers minor sore throat pain and cough with medicine for temporary relief. Absorbs heat and cools your throat.
Feels slickery.
Put your throat on nice.
You're wasting toothpaste. I want all this protection. You want triple protection Aquafresh.
Cavity-fighting fluoride, breath-freshening gel, gentle, effective cleaners in one complete toothpaste.
Mothers prefer it.
Triple Protection Aquafresh, a complete toothpaste.
Sam Donaldson will have a feature report tonight on ABC's World News Sunday on the continuing violence in South Africa. And we'll have a look at a venerable old racehorse training for another campaign. And a story about the two ladies from Pittsburgh who have become instant celebrities in Yuba City, California. Yuba City?
Well, Yuba City was the city selected at the bottom of the list in the Rand McNally Places survey this year, cities survey this year. Of course, Pittsburgh, my hometown, #1 city in America to live in. Keith, you want to move?
Nope.
Come on, we'd love to have you in our good city.
I like Yuba City. First down from the 38. Flutie's pass is away. Bowers is wide open. And Bowers takes the hit from Marcus Quinn, but the big guy from Fordham hangs on, and Marcus kind of slow getting up after the collision.
Now, that won't be the first time someone is slow getting up after colliding with Sam Bowers. You see New Jersey running a hurry-up offense, lining up very, very quickly. But the officials called time on the field.
Well, Flutie called it.
Did Flutie call a timeout?
Yeah, he didn't like what he had.
Okay.
Looked around and saw it and said, wait a minute, that's not what we want. So he's gone immediately to talk to Chris Palmer. Meantime, Steve Spurrier is starting his pacing now. 6:12 to play in the game. The big play, Flutie to Bowers, has put New Jersey in threatening position. First down, just inside the 29 of the Bandits.
We're going to go. We'll see if the New Jersey Generals offense has their hurry-up, quick-scoring offense in gear. Something I feel that usually they have been weak in.
Got a man open. Collins, you can't hold on.
Oh, it's good. It's a good catch.
Is it?
Yes. They're ruling him down. He had control of the ball, both feet on the ground.
He's hurt.
When he took the hit, he lost the ball. But you're right, he is hurt.
Stretched out. Laid all the way out when he took the hit. Let's look and see now.
We'll see it again. Flutie leads him out. It's a floater, Keith. Floats it right out there to the sideline. He dives for it. He's got control. And there when he hits the ground, he loses it. Number 26, Dwayne Anderson, the man inflicting the punishment on the hit.
That last time out, incidentally, was an official's timeout for some reason. I never did understand why, but it's not charged against New Jersey.
Keith, I was in a similar situation back in 1980, stretched out for a pass like that. When I got up off the field, I had 2 broken ribs.
Come down on the ball?
No, just got hit.
Looked like he came down on the ball, had it tucked under him. And that will tend to deflate you on the hard surface.
Well, he would be so fortunate just to have the wind knocked out of him.
You've got 5 minutes and 57 seconds to play in the ball game. A 10-point Tampa Bay lead, 24-14. Of course, Los Angeles Express led New Jersey 24-14 in the second half. That was the day Flutie had the big day. Well, Clarence is up and runs back, so apparently that was exactly what happened. He came down on the ball and it punched the wind out of him. The ball is resting at the 8 of Tampa Bay, where it's 1st and goal. Danny Knight is in at wide receiver now.
He's checking off at the line of scrimmage, calling an audible. Everyone's shifting.
He puts Herschel up into a slot. Gets it away. Walker knocked away by number 38, Tim King, who has just been activated and put on the roster.
Well, the offense couldn't have played it any better, with the exception of Herschel not hanging on to that particular pass. Doug Flutie identifying the defense, didn't have the right play, called the audible. He's under pressure. It's man-to-man coverage. He gets it away, anticipating Herschel curling in. Herschel curls in, but Tim King made a great play in knocking it away.
2nd down and goal, New Jersey. He gives it to Carthen, and not much for Maurice. He couldn't break through that first barrier, and they've get him, what, a yard? Yeah, down to the 7.
That barrier was number 68, Fred Nordgren. one of the plays that does work quite well against the blitz, if you get the blocking up front, is a quick hitting play right up the middle.
Flutie's got his favorite receiver back in there now. Collins has come back. Oh, did you see that block Walker threw? Flutie throws it in the end zone. Touchdown! Broughton! Herschel Walker bombed Dwayne Anderson with a block that bought Flutie the time to run around and finally find Broughton all by himself. But that's the play that should have happened, though.
There are myths around the world about small magical creatures. Leprechauns, the Menahunis in Hawaii, but in the Meadowlands, it's called Doug Flutie.
Ruzek's extra point is good. Well, now they trail by 3.
5:05 in the ball game. Give the offensive line a great deal of credit, Keith. This is the 5th ball game with Doug Flutie, and they have not once been called for an illegal receiver downfield. And look at the way he was scrambling all over the place. I, for one, would have thought he would have took off running, and as a lineman would have charged downfield to pick up a block.
But this is what his college coach, Jack Bicknell, said about him. It's remarkable sometimes the sense of the game that he has. He knows where everybody is.
Well, he knows where everybody is, but I don't see how he can know that there's not a single lineman downfield when he throws his ball.
That's true.
I mean, and Broughton is so wide open, he didn't have to do anything except kick it out there.
Well, it was 34 that threw the block.
Yeah, Herschel
gave him the time. So it's 24-21 Tampa Bay now, and New Jersey will kick off and 5:05 to play.
There's an old saying, what goes around comes around, and those guys were laying back waiting to take shots at Herschel. Herschel's just evening up the score a little bit. Coming to life here.
Good crowd today, 41,079. That's a floating kick, hard to handle. Ricky Williams has it at the 12. And the former Florida Stater comes back across the 25 to about the 26. John Reeves getting information from Steve Spurrier there, the 2 Gators. And here's your final score. Oakland defeated Memphis 31-19 with 28,773. So Oakland has a record now 3-1-1, while Memphis drops to 3-2. 8 of the 14 teams will qualify for the playoffs. Reeves will throw. It's good to Trevelyan. That time, John had some zip on it, and he threw it right between 2 defenders, and Trevelyan hauled it down and picked up a first down.
Looked like number 47, John Joyce, just went flying across the flight path of that ball. Mistimed it, did not get a hand on it. Trevelyan came up with the catch. Right now, it's really up to this gambling defensive unit of the New Jersey Generals to come up with a turnover at the minimum. Not allow Tampa to score on this drive.
37-yard line, first down with 4:15 to play in the game. 3-point Tampa Bay lead as Gary Anderson has it. Fumbles the football, just dropped it. And regains it. Now that's the second one that he's slipped out of his arm. What's going on?
Slipped right out. I don't know. They haven't signaled who has possession. A few New Jersey players saying they have it.
Yeah.
We'll wait for the officials' call.
Nay. It's Tampa's ball. Harvey was on the bottom of the pile.
We'll take a look. The ball, no one's going to touch Gary Anderson. He's looking for a place to run. He seems like he has a good grip on it. Just comes right up over the top of his arm. You've got to bury that point of the ball, Keith, inside your arm between your body and that arm, keep it lodged in there, and hand over the point. It protects the ball, keeps it from popping up. That time, that back point slipped over his edge, and he pushed it away.
Second down and 15 now from the 32. This is Ricky Williams. And he's back to about the original line of scrimmage before he's shut down.
Emmanuel Weber, number 69, coming up. We're going back to the touchdown that New Jersey scored. You see the great block by Herschel on Dwayne Anderson, allowing Doug Flutie the time to scramble just a bit more.
Meantime, Tampa Bay is setting on a 3-point lead, 24-21, with the football at their 34-yard line. They're looking at third down and about 14.
Spurrier just called a timeout.
I think they'd run out of time on the 30-second clock.
Well, they were about to run out of time. There's about 2 seconds left. There was no way they were going to get the punt off without the penalty. Spurrier did not want to give them an additional...
They're not going to punt. Third down.
Oh, excuse me. Spurrier didn't want to have that play nullified on third down.
Tampa Bay, though, is down to one timeout now with 2:42 to play. That's academic, really, unless, New Jersey does come back and bang away and stick it in the end zone. Sam Harrell now has scored from 1 yard out with 54 seconds to play in the game, and Houston has gone back on top of Portland 27-20.
How long can a man continue to throw the football 50-plus times a game and be effective?
I don't know.
A whole year? How many years?
I don't know.
I don't know, but right now Jim Kelly seems to be able to handle it.
Well, he's young and strong and Irish.
Young and strong might make a difference.
It'll be third down and close to 14 yards to go for Tampa Bay now. And there will be a lot riding on this snap.
Real crucial down. I wonder if they're going to take a chance, blitz, play the tight man-to-man coverage.
Reeves' pass is intended for Eric Trevelyan. He's screaming for interference and doesn't get the call. Covering Trevelyan was John Preston, and John was on him pretty well.
John was on him very well, and the pocket was just closing in around Reeves. He gets the ball away. Preston did not see the ball was reacting to what Eric Trevelyan was doing. Take a look. You see the pocket.
He had a lot of
stepping
time,
up into the pocket. He throws it.
Well, it wasn't a very good pass.
It wasn't a good pass. No interference.
Andrusic's punt, low, short, kicked away from Daniel. Daniel makes the catch and is immediately decked by Dwayne Anderson. And now New Jersey gets the ball with 2 minutes and 29 seconds to play in the ball game. They've got pretty good field position at their 33. And they trail by 3 points. Overtime possible here.
Overtime. To move into position, kick the field goal. Yes. 2:29 and counting. 2:24 and counting.
Tampa Bay with one timeout remaining. New Jersey has all three. First down for the Generals. Flutie almost tripped, but gets it away to Walker. And Herschel is out for about the 37, maybe 38, where Fred Nordgren brings him down. Fred from Portland State. Fred said, look at that, look at that. You don't think they're not holding me? Look at that, they're tearing my clothes off. We've hit the 2-minute mark. 2 minutes to go in the football game. It's Tampa Bay 24 and New Jersey 21. The Generals have the ball.
What does it take to excel? It takes speed, reliability, economy. It takes express mail next day service from the post office. We'll deliver your urgent packages overnight, and our 2-pound pack is just $10.75, about half what most others charge. And when you need it there tomorrow, we deliver. Express mail service. We deliver excellence for less.
This is a revolutionary advancement in shaving from Gillette Research. The brush. Gillette announces Brush Plus, a shaving concentrate and brush in one. A brush to lift your whiskers with the soothing warmth only a brush can give you. A concentrate with extra softeners and lubricants that are massaged deep into your beard for a shave that is superior. New Brush Plus from Gillette for a superior shave.
The place kicker from Weber State, the Generals' Roger Ruzek, stretching himself out to be loose. If opportunity presents itself, he's 1 out of 3 this year in field goals. Had one against Baltimore last week. So you got 2 minutes to play. The ball is at the New Jersey 38. It is second down, 5 and a half. And they trail by 3 points. They have never beaten the Tampa Bay Bandits. Flutie's got room to run for the first down, and does. Doug gets out to the 46, where Anderson ran him down, Dwayne Anderson.
Doug Flutie was heading towards the sideline, then felt he couldn't make it, going in that direction, cut up the field. Dwayne Anderson made the stop. Donald Trump's heart stopped beating.
Hurry up offense, no huddle. On first down from the 46, Flutie back. Gets away from the pressure, throws the pass, complete to Carthen. Carthen fights for a first down as he goes to the Tampa Bay 41. Mike Morgan almost got Flutie.
He almost got him, but you've seen him before in Boston College, scrambling situations, not throwing the ball over his shoulder, that little sidearm flick. Good enough to get the job down. 133 and counting in the ball game.
Flutie's got a hole up the middle. And only the grasp of Nordgren and Carter keep him from making a big play. He could well have been inside the 30.
Now you see it, now you don't. Holes always close up very quickly.
Ruzek cranking up. It's second down and 6. The clock stops in the last 2 minutes of each half in the USFL. On each first down, there's a little short shot thrown behind Walter Broughton. Walter was loose in front of Hanna, but the ball was behind him.
Ball was behind him. Doug Flutie threw that one while backing up. Never really had his feet planted. Third down.
They need to get a little deeper for Ruzek to have a real fair shot at it. Though I think the wind would probably help from this direction, the way it whirls around in here, if it's going to have any great impact at all. He's got Broughton and Collins now going together to the top of the picture as wide receivers. It's 3rd and 6. Got him. Hard bullet on the run, caught by Broughton, and New Jersey's got a first down inside the 25 at the 24.
And Keith, that looked like an awfully low pass. Looked like somebody could have reached up and knocked it down had they been anywhere near the ball. You see him here. Doug Flutie throwing his best when he rolls out. Just fires one. Receiver comes up with a great catch for the first down.
He was right in front of Bruce Vaughn, but that tells you right real quick on a play like that he's got a gun. Your final score now, Houston has beaten Portland 27-20, so the Gamblers are 5-0, the only undefeated team, and we'll see them next Sunday afternoon at the Astrodome against the Baltimore Stars. Right now, the New Jersey Generals are trying to pull one out against the Tampa Bay Bandits with 57 seconds to play in the game. They trail by 3 points. They have the ball first down at the Tampa Bay 24.
6-4-1, 8-0, 6-0.
This is the kind of ball game, this is the kind of play that they hope that Doug Flutie could bring to the New Jersey Generals. And you see the timeouts remaining. He is now in position with 57 seconds left. First down, bringing his team back.
He gives it to Maurice Carthen. And Carthen gets fair yardage out of it as he punches his way inside the 20. Pickup of well, they put him right on the 20, so it's a 4-yard pickup, and the clock is running. 40 seconds. Throws it in the end zone. Incomplete. Out of bounds. Pass intended for Collins.
A bit of a chancy pass that time. Clarence Collins closely guarded by number 26, Dwayne Anderson. Doug Flutie put it
all day long, Swanee.
Out of bounds.
All day long, when they sent those 2 wide receivers to one side or the other, he's gone that way. He's rolled that way.
Well, when they send him over there and he rolls that way, he's virtually cutting off the other half of the field. And so, you know, they've got to stay in that area to be in his line of fire.
If he bootlegs it left.
On the naked bootleg, he's done it before.
He's got some pasture. Flutie runs it and gets a first down out of it, stopping the clock at 29 seconds.
Tell you one thing, Keith, it's a good thing he didn't boot that one left, because coming from the backside was number 20, Warren Hanna, and number 50, James Harrell. James Harrell, they were coming back, and had he bootlegged it, they would have run right smack into him. We'll take a look. He bootlegs it to his right. There's all kinds of pressure coming from the other side. He's just running away from it.
It's first down, New Jersey. 29 seconds to play in the game at the Tampa Bay 13-yard line. 24-21 Bandits. Walker. Herschel, touchdown. Boy, he got a great kick-out block over there on the corner. I don't know who it was that did it, but it was a heck of a block. And with 24 seconds to play, the Generals have gone on top by 3, and now the extra point. So important. Walker with 109 yards on 24 carries.
That block may have come by number 64, Wayne Harris, because I saw Wayne just kind of doubled over there. It seemed like he hurt himself just a bit.
Big point here. Might be the difference in the game. Bad snap, but the holder gets it down. Partridge handled a low inside curveball from the snapper. Put it on the tee, and Ruzek knocked it through to make it 28-24 at 24 seconds to go.
Which means the only way that Tampa Bay can come back and win this ball game is to score a touchdown. We'll take another look. Herschel gets the ball there. We see the block downfield. We see Carson. Great block on the outside, screening off the cornerback. Herschel breezes into the end zone, and the offensive line should be given the game ball this afternoon, because they have done a phenomenal job all day long, giving the quarterback time, opening up the big holes. You see them blocking people out, cutting off the pursuit. Herschel Walker going into the end zone. A great effort down the line for the New Jersey Generals.
So the Generals now got a chance to go 3-2 if they can hold off Tampa, and Tampa Bay will lose a share of the lead in the Eastern Conference. Birmingham has already beaten Baltimore to go 4-1.
With 150 remaining in the NCAA Western Regional, St. John's 61, St. John's 61, North Carolina State 55.
Basketball score, St. John's with a 6-point lead, a little more than a minute to play against North Carolina State.
61-55, St. John's.
Ruzek will kick off now. High, long kickoff. He's all jacked up. Ricky Williams will take it in the end zone and keep it there, saving the precious seconds, and only 24 of them remain.
Now, for people out there who watch football, it's very obvious what New Jersey will have to do defensively. They do not want to give up the touchdown. That's the only way they can lose the ball game. You put in your prevent defense. You put in 3 people who will rush the passer. You put everybody else back deep. You let them have the short pass, but you do not give up the 25, 30, 40-yard pass at all.
Harvey's out there, can't hold on. Marvin Harvey, the tight end, had it at the first down marker and close to the sidelines to get out of bounds, but he couldn't hang on to the ball. And 18 seconds to play. It will take a small miracle now for the Bandits. On the other hand, they'll be humming and The Flutie Magic tune again this week around the New York area, I would think, but as you said, it was the offensive line that had a heck of a day for the Generals. Great protection for Reeves. Has to go short with it to Trevelyan. He's got a sore leg, and he can't get out of bounds. He's finally dragged down by Joyce and Justin. And Tampa Bay hurrying. Clock is stopped with 7 seconds to play as they move the chains, and now they have to spend a timeout. And Tampa Bay, in the matter of timeouts, 0. Last one. It seems almost futile, but then,
oh no.
7 seconds, long time. John Reeves has had the best game of his career today. He's 20 out of 38 for 410 yards as a pro.
A fantastic day. They forced him into throwing the football more often today. The New Jersey General defense, that is.
Shut down Gary Anderson.
Completely shut down Gary. They've been following him all day long, making sure he doesn't get away. Linebackers for the Generals turning in a great performance. The defensive line also turning in a great performance. We haven't called out the names very often of Woodland and Lockett and Byrne and Matty Ace and Madsen, because they have been, for the most part, engaging the offensive line of the Tampa Bay Bandits, taking up territory, while the linebackers have been making the key plays and the people in the secondary.
Tampa Bay has to go to Memphis next, too, while New Jersey goes out to Arizona on Friday and Saturday nights, respectively, as Reeves' back could be the last play. It's up and as far as he can throw it. And incomplete. Fight for it. The ball falls down. Time expires. The game is over. And for the first time in the 3 years of the United States Football League, the New Jersey Generals have beaten the Tampa Bay Bandits by a score of 28-24, coming from 10 points down in the fourth quarter to do it. And now let's go to Doug Flutie and Herschel Walker with Tim Brandt.
Well, the one I want to talk about first is the touchdown pass to Walter. Magic.
You're just trying to react out there, make something out of the play. We were just trying to stick it in the end zone at that point. It was third down. I knew we had to get the ball in the end zone. I just happened to spin away and spot her and got rid of the ball. It was a little lucky break, but also you make your own breaks.
You know, in the second half, especially you, Herschel, it looked like they came out, they had a linebacker keying on you because of the success you had in the first half. Did that change things for you guys?
Well, it changed somewhat because they started putting a lot of sprint to our strong side, and it sort of threw us off a little bit. It took us a little time to get things going back to going.
How about the reads for you now? Did they change much in the second half? It looked like you started to scramble more out of the pocket.
I was searching to find something, searching to make something happen. And in the second half, we had excellent pass protection. I was able to look around. You know, I was moving around a little bit, but I was still throwing the football. And we got me down on the corner down here and made some yardage on the ground, so that helped out.
Herschel, last year, when you got behind, New Jersey really didn't have that great of a comeback ball club. How have things changed with Doug?
Well, the thing has changed a great deal because Doug is a quarterback that can scramble. He's a quarterback that can make things happen. And I think because of that, defense is going to have to be aware of him. And when they're aware of him, they're going to leave a lot of people open. Last year, we was hurting real bad trying to come back, but now we got a comeback team that I think may be the best in the USFL.
Another great show, guys. Thanks for stopping.
Thank you.
Hey, Keith, another great story down here was the defense before we get over to Walter, because Walter had a game too. But John Joyce, you were talking about how much more aggressive you had to get, and the defense did it. It came through.
Yeah, we got real aggressive. We went with our nickel team most of the game. That enabled us to cover a lot of their receivers, and so we could blitz an awful lot. We blitzed. John Reeves doesn't move around real well, and we really got after him and forced him to make some bad throws, and we sacked him several times.
Many films as we watch it, you guys, it seems like the defense stays basic. A lot of zone inside the 20th man. You changed it today.
Yeah, we really wanted to get after Reeves because, like I said, he doesn't move real well. We went after him, and I thought we were successful. We really got to him today.
All right, John,
Thanks
thanks.
a lot.
Walter Broughton, new addition.
Oh, yeah.
Made things, looks like you feel comfortable.
Oh, I do. It took time. You know, I had to learn the offense and get used to the system and used to Doug. And a couple weeks of practice under my belt, and we got a little timing down, and luckily we came with a couple passes.
More difficult or easier working with a quarterback like Flutie?
I think it's easy because Doug can move around a lot and, you know, scramble, and that's give it a little more dimension in offense.
All right, Keith.
Well, it's a happy crowd in the New Jersey clubhouse as they come back from 10 points down in the final quarter to win the ball game 28-24 and make their record now 3-2, and Tampa Bay's record will be the same in the Eastern Conference. The executive producer of ABC Sports is Roone Arledge. Today's coverage of the Tampa Bay Bandits New Jersey Generals game produced by Ken Wolf, directed by Craig Janoff. Our technical director, Rich Gilbert. Our associate director, Rob Miner. This is Keith Jackson, Lynn Swan, and Tim Brandt from East Rutherford, New Jersey. The United States Football League is an exclusive presentation of ABC Sports. Today's game brought to you by the Shell Oil Company, makers of patented Shell SU 2000 Super Unleaded Gasoline. By Memorex cassette tape. Is it live or is it Memorex? By Papermate AccuPoint Roller Pen for remarkably smooth, fine point writing. And by Sears, where you'll find great values, great service, and a great selection. You'll find the things that make life worthwhile, because there's more for your life at Sears. New Jersey 28, Tampa Bay 24. We'll be back with more in just a few minutes. Travel arrangements made through and promotional fee paid by United Airlines. You're not just flying, you're flying the friendly skies. This has been a presentation of ABC Sports, recognized around the world as the leader in sports television.
Tuesday on the show, everyone's talking about Matty and Dave hop aboard the mystery train.
Danger. Romance.
But this time, they're on the wrong track.
Don't touch that man. You don't know where he's been.
Bet you can't guess who done it.
Who? Who?
Who?
Take a stab. It's Moonlighting at 10/9 Central Tuesday.
Mrs. Miller in Philadelphia. Make more money with a certificate at Atlantic Financial.
More?
Mr. Grant in Pittsburgh. Make more money with a CD at Atlantic.
More?
Mrs. Burke in Wilkes-Barre. You too can make more money with a CD at Atlantic.
Really?
Yes, make more money at Atlantic Financial, a statewide savings association. Here's one rate. Call for all our rates on the branch nearest you.
It performed in Europe, on the test track, on the Autobahn, in the wet and the dry. And it performed like a champion. Now it's here in America, and it's available for some of America's hottest GTs. Introducing XP 2000H, hot new rubber from General Tire.
WPVI-TV Philadelphia, serving New Jersey and Delaware.
Back here at Giant Stadium, East Rutherford, New Jersey, and some of the other scores of games played today, and they're now beginning to have some meaning in the respective conferences, as Birmingham and Baltimore played in the rain and mud today down in College Park, Maryland, with Birmingham winning on a 10-yard touchdown run by Joe Cribbs 7-3. The Oakland Invaders came into Memphis today and beat the Showboats 31-19, and that gives the Oakland Ball Club a 3-1-1 mark now, as Memphis drops to 3-2. And the Houston Gamblers had to scramble today to get by the Portland Breakers, and it was my understanding Buford Jordan did not play, at least in the early going of that ball game. I don't know if he played at all, but the Breakers made it tight and tough on Houston, as the Gamblers won 27-20. They continue as the only undefeated team in the Western Conference, and in the USFL for that matter. Their record is now 5-0, and we will see them next week as Baltimore goes into the Astrodome against them, and see whether or not Vince Tobin's defensive unit of the Stars can corral Jim Kelly and the run-and-shoot offense. They had a tough time of it today and finally slipping by the Portland Breakers. Now, again, let's go to Tim Brandt.
Keith, I'm with Jim LeClaire and Bobby Leopold, and I'm telling you, they're grinning from ear to ear, basically because things changed defensively for you.
Well, we did a good job defensively. I'm sorry that I wasn't a big part of it today, but Bobby did a great job, and our nickel people, we played a lot of nickel most of the game, and I think it worked out well for us.
And this is what we were talking about now, the blitzing and the nickel. Looks like a total change for you guys defensively.
It was. We knew that they threw the ball a lot. Anderson is like a receiver coming out the backfield, so we decided to go a lot of nickel where we had more defensive backs in the game, and it seemed to work for us today.
We were talking about, or with John Joyce earlier, and he was saying Reeves is not the most mobile quarterback, and it really helped you in that game plan that you had.
Exactly. We figured if we could keep contained on him, that most of the time our defensive line would get to him. Today we had a lot of good coverage by the defensive back, which was able to get some coverage sacks.
What does a win like this do for you? I mean, it was a crucial ball game for you when you look at the schedule still early, but I know you all were thinking about what's taking place and what you have to come.
Oh, there's no doubt. You know, this is a tremendous momentum builder for us also. You know, Tampa Bay is a team that we struggled with earlier, and we had never beaten them since I've been here the last 2 years. So it's going to be a big boost for us, no doubt.
Okay, guys. Hey, thanks for stopping by. All right, Keith, we've got Maurice Carthen coming up here right now. Another productive day for you, and gosh, the offense just seems to gel when it has to.
Well, I think that's the good thing. We did come back and play well on offense.
When Doug starts a scramble like that, it looks like mentally you guys just feel like something's going to happen. It's going to take place somehow, someplace.
Yeah, he's that type of athlete. Every time he does it, I'd be happy because I know he's going to do something big.
Coming in, was it the game plan during the week when you looked at films to go to Herschel more? That it seemed like he was carrying the ball more effectively in the first half and more often.
Well, I think that's what we wanted to do. We want to go out and establish that we were a running team like we did last year and won 14 games. That's when we come back this year. We want to run the ball.
Has the offense reached its full potential yet?
No, I don't think so. We're still making mistakes. I made mistakes. You know, all of us made mistakes. But I think once we play together as a whole offense, I think we're going to be good.
How about Doug? Is he getting more confident with the offense? Are they putting more in every week for him to comprehend?
No, it's not putting more in, and we just working on the basic things we want to do, and Doug is picking up everything, and once he started doing that, we can go to better things.
Okay, Morris, thanks. Keith?
And as you conclude your interview with Maurice Carthen, I'm all wrapped up in a warm coat, but it's 69-60, I believe, was the final, St. John's. So what have you got? You got three Big East teams going to Lexington for the final round of the NCAA, so there's a lot of reason for the folks in this part of country to be happy. Well, New Jersey now, was it a resurgent football team today coming off that loss last week to Baltimore?
Yeah, you could say resurgent, but I think I'd prefer to say much more improved. A team that finally played a complete football game. The offensive line didn't have to scramble early on in the ball games, where I think they were much healthier coming into the second half. And they came off the ball. I think the key to the offense was the fact that they did early on establish a very solid ground attack behind Herschel Walker, which opened everything up on their offensive team.
Now they got to go to the road. They got to go out to Arizona, and it looks like Frank Cush's defensive unit is really starting to play hard because they handled Los Angeles Express last night rather handily.
Well, they played hard and they handled L.A., but I think when they look at the film, they're going to be in for a surprise this week. You look at New Jersey, and normally you say, well, they're not doing anything difficult. They don't come at you with anything new or different. But today, they played so well, it's going to mean more homework, more time studying film, because this defense has now shown that it's capable of playing a wide-open game. Look at what Kerry Justin and Holmes did for that secondary.
Having Holmes back.
Tight coverage.
Yep.
Now, they can cover receivers and play them tough, put pressure on other teams' offense now with the blitz, makes it a whole new ball game.
One of the big plays in the second half, with Tampa Bay trailing by a score of 14-7 at halftime, one of the big plays was a 64-yard touchdown strike from John Reeves to Eric Trevelyan. Now, Trevelyan played on a leg and a half today, and yet he was able to turn this into a touchdown play.
And when he's healthier, he's going to be able to contribute more. Again, this comes because of the blitzing, playing the man-to-man coverage. You can't cover a receiver like Eric Trevelyan all day long and not give him some ground, not let him get one or two plays on you. This particular time, it was a real big play. Man-to-man coverage, the entire defense was spread out.
Then this rather remarkable play here as Flutie scrambles around and somehow senses the presence of Walter Broughton in the end zone and just sort of wings it back over the crowd for a touchdown.
His scrambling gives him more time. And with that kind of time, the receivers are scrambling around. The defensive secondary doesn't know whether they should come up, try and stop Flutie if he runs, stay back and cover the receiver.
And then the one that won the ball game for them, this play, Herschel Walker going to the right, gets a great block on Carthen, number 33. He takes the cornerback completely out of the play, and Herschel just walked in.
And, of course, Doug Flutie gets the pitch to Herschel Walker, and the two Heisman Trophy winners don't fumble it, and they get the go-ahead touchdown for the victory.
So it is a 28-24 win for the New Jersey Generals. John Reeves, the loser, despite having the best day of his professional career. He threw 38 times, completed 20 for 410 yards. Stay tuned now on the West Coast for ABC Sports Beat with Howard Cosell, and coming up on many of these ABC stations, ABC's World News Sunday with Sam Donaldson.
Thursday. For Charles Durning and Stephanie Pharisee, there's no turning back. Will this unlikely pair of detectives
Forget about the tires.
ever see things eye to eye? Find out at 9, 8 Central, Thursday.
Coming up on Action News tonight, a domestic dispute ends in gunfire in Montgomery Township, Pennsylvania. 3 people are wounded. A West Philadelphia neighborhood is in a state of shock tonight following the murder of a newborn baby. And fire roars through an Ocean City, New Jersey apartment complex. Raleigh Massimino is beside himself. His Villanova Wildcats are headed to the Final Four. Gary Papa has highlights. AccuWeather says things are looking up. I'm Harry Martin, and Action News is next.
Next time, go to Speedy.
Now at Speedy Muffler King, $10 off mufflers, $10 off a pair of shocks, both fully guaranteed.
We've been down there. You gotta do the same. All you do is sign. So don't get nervous. Sign your name. Selective service. It takes no time. Just sign on the line at the post office. Selective service.
Hey guys, if you're about to turn 18, you gotta register with Selective Service. It's simple. Just go down to the post office, fill out a card, and turn it in. That's all there is to it. There's no draft now. You're just adding your name to Selective Service's list in case there's a national emergency.
So if you're 18 now, Selective Service, you gotta get down to the post office.
Register with Selective Service. It's quick, it's easy, and it's the law.
Takes no time. Just sign on the line at the post office. Selective Service.
Donahue discusses breast cancer tomorrow at 9.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Gary Papa and Rob Jennings.
Sunday night, Rob has the night off. I'm Harry Martin. In the news, SEPTA riders could be in line for a more expensive ride come this summer, and buying the car of your dreams could become a nightmare. But the big story on Action News tonight finds Villanova's Wildcats headed for Lexington, Kentucky, and the Final Four in the NCAA tournament. Raleigh Massimino's Cats tripped the Tar Heels in North Carolina this afternoon to win the Southeastern Regional.
Right.
Here's Gary Papa with more on this great victory.
This is the fulfillment, Harry, of a dream which I'm sure many fans didn't think was possible when they started the season, but they have made the Final Four, now going to the National Semifinals tournament. They had wins over Dayton, Michigan, Maryland, and today versus North Carolina. Harold Jensen had 10 points. Harold Presley had 15. There goes Harold Jensen, that is. Then we'll see Presley. In all, they hit of 16 of 21 second-half shots, so around 3:38 this afternoon, they upset North Carolina. You plug in Raleigh Massimino for that reaction. Back home at campus, it is as far as the eye can see. A mass of humanity at Villanova today, all celebrating Massimino's Wildcats. The team is due back in town about midnight tonight. We'll be live at the airport at that time from that scene with our own Scott Palmer, who's with the team throughout the week. The Cats are bringing it home. We'll have more in this show, including some interviews with the victorious Wildcats heading off to the Final Four.
Okay, Gary, we'll look forward to it. Other news tonight. A Montgomery County man shot his ex-wife and another man this afternoon and then turned the gun on himself, according to police. It all happened in the 1600 block of County Line Road when, according to the police, 53-year-old William Stevens shot his ex-wife, 49-year-old Barbara Stevens, and then shot 45-year-old Peter Lysenko of County Line Road. The Stevens man then turned the gun on himself. His former wife was treated for a bullet wound to the head and released from Doylestown Hospital. Lysenko is in guarded condition in Lehigh Valley Medical Center with a bullet wound to the neck. Stevens is in critical condition with a gunshot wound to the head in Lehigh Valley Medical Center. A 15-year-old West Philadelphia girl has now been formally charged with murder in connection with the death of her newborn daughter yesterday. The body of 7-pound baby girl was found buried in this alley near a house on the 4000 block of Poplar Street. An autopsy revealed that the infant was born alive, killed by a sharp blow to the head, and then buried in the debris. Police say that the parents were unaware that their daughter was even pregnant. The teenager has been charged as an adult in connection with the crime. She is awaiting arraignment at this hour. Meanwhile, the neighborhood is in a state of shock tonight. With that story, here's Action News reporter Lauren Matalon.
The baby's body was discovered near this litter-strewn alleyway just off 40th Street in West Philadelphia. And besides triggering a murder investigation by Philadelphia police, the discovery of the baby's body here has also brought great sadness to this neighborhood. The incident was the talk of the neighborhood today. This pregnant teen, an acquaintance of the 15-year-old in question, told me she was upset by what she's heard. But one man who is truly upset tonight is Robert Mackey. Mackey is the father of the 15-year-old girl who gave birth to the baby found here.
It was just a shock to us, you know, we didn't, especially my wife.
Yeah. I ain't got over it yet.
Mackey told me he hadn't noticed his daughter was pregnant. Tonight, Mackey's only wishing his daughter had told him about her pregnancy.
I wish she had came to us, you know. We understood, you know, we understand, you know. All she had to do was come to us. But she hid it very well, you know. And, yeah, I love my daughter very much.
Apparently, many people here love the Mackey family. People we spoke to were shocked by what's happened, but by the same token, people like the Mackeys' next-door neighbor are feeling sorry for the family as well.
It was kind of a hurting feeling, and I felt kind of bad about it. I didn't think nothing like this was going to happen. Because as them being so nice, and they always speak, and we sat on the porch and talked to one another. And it was kind of a shock to hear about it. It really was.
What word did you have, Robert, to other families in this sort of situation?
Well, only thing I can say, they better pay close attention to their kids.
So while police continue their investigation, the people who live in this neighborhood are shocked and saddened over the tragic loss of a newborn baby. And they're also wondering about the fate that may await that child's 15-year-old mother. Lorne Maddle on Channel 6 Action News in West Philadelphia.
Tonight, 9 people are homeless after an early morning fire in Ocean City at the Center Court Apartments on 5th Street. Flames were leaping 70 feet into the air when firemen arrived. 5 firefighters were injured fighting the fire.
Flames are shooting across the street and approximately 50 to 60 feet above the building. We set up our #1 pump to the west side of the building, and our ladder truck pulled up in front, but we had to move it because it started to burn.
The fire spread to 3 other buildings and caused at least $500,000 in damage. Investigators are still probing the cause of this fire. None of the occupants was injured. And this is all that was left in Ardmore this afternoon after a fire ripped through the 14 Crockett Avenue at about 11 o'clock last night. 27-year-old Gary Goss is in critical condition tonight. He was one of the 4 people in the house at the time of the fire. 2 children and 1 adult escaped without injury. Fire marshal